guys ready to do this?
I think so.
Welcome to the show, guys. This is the Greedy Bastard Podcast. I am Michael Mayer. I am here with, obviously, a whole bunch of people. Usually it's just me hosting somebody, but everybody liked me and Chris Hart's here camaraderie last time, so we decided to maybe make him part of the show permanently. We'll see how it goes, see if this works out. Obviously, we're just running out of 2 microphones here, as you can see. Unless you're listening, then you can't see shit. That's your fault. Check out the show on YouTube. So we're going to share the mics. It might be a little bit of work here, but we'll do the best we can, guys. Hopefully it sounds good, and you guys tune in. So a couple things I want to address right off the start. Thank you guys for coming on. These are my guests here. We have Jessie Hart.
What up?
Yeah. Woo! And we got Mark Michelini. Did I get that right?
Michelini.
Michelini.
You're close.
Very close. So husband and wife here, awesome team. If everybody knows them from the lake, they are the coolest people to hang out with out there, by far, bar none. So I love you guys. I've only known you for like a year now, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's been awesome. So I'm really appreciated to know you guys.
For sure.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm glad we got you guys on. So,
For sure.
you know, when he said he reached out to you about coming on the show, I was like, oh, she'll come on for sure. You know, because it's really odd. We've
100%.
been having a lot of problems getting people come on the show. People tend to be scared, I guess, to come out in front of people. Excuses we've heard. What have you heard, Chris?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, here, let me get all up into personal space here. Let me lean over. The biggest thing that I've seen, I mean, and I'm so, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm all hot and steamy now. all right.
I could refer you to a couple places.
Right? You got a membership there?
Are we talking monthly or yearly?
Oh, no.
Or hourly?
I don't know. We might have to add that to the subject line here. But now the biggest thing I think is a lot of people, they like to, be let loose in that environment. They don't want to be have any of their stuff that they do out there on social media. That's just their time to decompress, party, whatever the case is. And that makes people a little tentative to actually want to come on and talk and do everything. But that's not the premises of it. There you go. See, there I go with my hands again. I was talking about that.
It's like an Italian thing to do.
Damn it, Ricky Bobby, put them hands down. Put them hands down.
Just there's no reason to be afraid. It's an opportunity for you to basically find out about people and what brought us all together in the same hobbies and things that we like to do within life and business and everything else.
Yeah, you hit it on the head there. And, it's one of those situations where, you might be a really awesome person, but most people don't get an experience to meet you and don't actually get to talk to you. We rub shoulders on the lake, and sometimes that's not always a good rub. Our boats rub against each other, or wind comes up and somebody's boat pumps into somebody's, and, fuck that guy. That guy's an asshole.
God damn it, where are your bumpers?
Yeah, but if it's a friend of yours and
Those
you know
aren't the
him,
right ones.
you might let stuff like that slide. Of course, there's those boaters out there that don't let anybody slide, even their friends. But, this is a chance to come out. You don't have to say anything you don't want to say. I'm not going to twist your arm, hold a gun to your head, and make you say anything you don't want to come out of your own mouth, right? So you have control. People are worried about what people are going to think about them after they come on the show. Hopefully, you guys watched the first 2 episodes with me, and, as far as I can tell, people like it. People have some admiration for it. People really liked your show with me. So, I don't think people are judging us for coming on the show and talking and letting people know more about us. I think, if anything, it makes people understand us more and makes people want to get to know us, maybe,
I completely agree with you.
Yeah. So let's get to know these two right here.
Oh.
All right. So when I met you guys, you were rowing deep out there in the Carver.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. Tell us about the Carver.
Oh, man, the 1982 Carver. That thing was created the year I was created. So we were rolling on it. It had shag carpeting. It was a hot mess. I think it didn't move for 10 years, right? Off that slip. It was paid up, but it just didn't move. And I'm pretty sure I gave this one maybe 2 weekends going back to Chicago, and he had this thing running and pushing out for our first adventure to do a hot lap around one of the islands. And ever since then it became, our project. But it's been a fun project, and, we ripped out all the carpeting.
It was definitely a project. It was definitely a project. It needed a lot of love, and let's just say somebody was living in it when we got it. So, about 3 dumpsters worth of belongings had to move on, and they did. And we did a little bit of maintenance, and we got it up and running and out on the lake, and had a blast with it. Had a great time with that boat. We actually still own the boat.
How long has that been now?
About 3 years now that we've had that boat.
It's like indoor-outdoor camping.
Yeah,
with
it's
no AC.
It's definitely more like camping than like yachting, but you know, it's got a fly bridge.
It's got a roof.
It's camping, not
It's got
camping.
it's got a roof. Yeah. If you're, back at the slip, you can plug in your air conditioning and you're good. But, if we
Tell me one of your best memorable experiences on that boat. Sexual. Come on.
I was thinking about Castle Cove when I was like a mermaid to a princess, and then I was thinking about pulling the mattresses out into the open airway.
Those are all great memories. I would think that
It sounded like you were pleading the fifth is what that sounded like. Great,
I would say
great memories.
I would say probably one of the most fulfilling moments of that boat would have been
Don't even mention child now, okay?
no, when we actually pushed it off the dock for the first time, hadn't ran in 15 years, and we had it going and went and did a lap around the island, and everything worked, which
We
was
didn't sink.
amazing. Yeah,
We didn't
Well, that
sink.
feeling of
Okay.
satisfaction when you
We
work
didn't
on
sink.
something and it actually works is incredible, isn't it?
There's entirely way too much work than I wanted to put into it, but such is everything great.
Oh, yeah.
Ideal, yeah.
Right?
All right, so then after the Carver, you guys rolled up in this sweet wakeboard boat, man. Tell us about that.
Oh man, 2021 Mastercraft X26. She is a beast. She got a name. It's Silverback.
Hey,
Don't ask.
Yeah, wait a minute.
We need
Yeah.
to see some pictures
Don't
of this
ask.
thing.
No,
The silverback.
we need to find out about this.
Yeah. What's the silverback?
All right, so
Tell
the
us more.
Silverback
Tell
is she's a beauty. She's gray. She's got some sparkles. Yeah, but she throws a killer ass wave, so that's what I'm excited about. As much as I'm not a wake surfer, I do wakeboard. And we also have a parasail that I haven't brought out yet, so. to
Wait,
be
you guys
continued.
you really have a parasail?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do
So
that.
it's like to be continued. Let's see what happens with that
You
one.
can barely take people tubing.
Yeah.
Let alone parasailing. I mean, should I bring the body
This
bags?
one's the anti on the tubing.
Hey, while we're looking here, I wanted to pull up some pictures of your boat. Let's pull up the Carver here. You know where pictures are at.
Oh man, the Carver. Do we have any pictures of that crazy thing?
We know where they're at. They're in there somewhere. Come on.
Oh no, that's the new beast. Let's see.
Yeah, so the Mastercraft, I initially started with Mastercraft as I was sponsored for wakeboarding, and I was a professional wakeboarder earlier in life, and
Wait, really? I didn't know this.
yeah.
Oh,
Way
see,
back.
that's why we're on the show, to find out this cool stuff,
Yeah,
man.
we wouldn't. There's no way we would have
That's
known
how we
this.
really like kind of met. It was like through all this crazy adventures, and we were both sponsored by energy drinks, and
Oh, you could use the
I was a competitive snowboarder, and he was a wakeboarder, and I moved from Cali, and I was like, I need to find some people that are like me. I'm like, who are these
X Games
people?
love over here.
Yeah. And then I entered into like, what was it? The snowboarding with what was it? The Snowboarding Association. And I started competing.
AWSA.
Yeah, I was pretty proud for my first time with my rail jams getting first place. I'm getting my gold medals. I was proud of that.
Oh,
Let's
gotcha,
see.
gotcha.
I don't know if I'm going to find this Carver here.
So how long ago is this that we're talking about right
Oh,
now?
there's the Carver.
There it is.
All right.
There she is.
Still
That looks so much like
still
yours,
floating.
actually.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit bigger version of
Yeah.
your boat.
It's like what size is that thing?
It's a 32 aft cabin, so
Okay.
2 bedrooms, 2 baths, full salon, and then you can drive from in the salon or on the top,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, much like mine.
Leverage. Yeah. So lots of space, good, ran really great, awesome boat, loved it,
It got you to the beach, right?
Yeah, it did.
plenty of times.
Definitely.
Where's that Mastercraft at?
Let's see if we can find that. Please, new.
It's funny you talk like that boat's gone. You know?
Well,
It was a great boat. We had
it
good
is.
times.
Yep.
But
There's Jason right there.
is it just overshadowed
I'm putting you
by
out there,
this,
Jason.
basically?
Oh, now who's Jason?
Yes.
Jason Davis and I work together, and then we also co-own the Mastercraft and our new Silverton together. So,
Oh, okay. Now, do you have another partner too? Who was the rallies guy?
Craig, my friend
Craig.
Craig, yeah.
Okay, and is he a partner on
Yep.
one of the boats? Okay.
Yep, both of them actually. So we're really close, and
So the three of you guys
We got
are
a
all-
killer,
oh,
yeah,
awesome, man.
killer trio.
Dude, that's so smart, man.
yeah.
Because now you have all three things you can use, and yeah,
Right.
that's smart.
yeah. So hopefully the Carver moves on. We're in negotiations, trying to finish up a deal with that right now, and that'll move on to the next owner, and he seems excited about it. So that's good because he needs to take the project for where I stopped and finish all the way.
There's new floors. It's cute. The bathrooms actually work. My girlfriends are happy about that. They're like, there's toilets.
I did like your flooring in it. It was nice.
Pretty cool, right?
So is he going to keep it on Lake Mead?
Yeah, he wants the slip, and
See, people were starting to hear this, and they're like, oh, boat's leaving. Slip's opening up. Nope, sorry.
Nope. There's none available, okay? None. What's my new little boat that I'm trying to bring in? Do we even know what that thing is?
I don't know it.
I was like, I just need it. Yeah.
One thing answer.
So,
I know.
what do you call the color on this? Because it's obviously
So you have a slate gray. The Mastercraft is in black, and then you have a what's
Fishing
gunmetal.
lure purple?
Yeah, it's actually gunmetal flake. It just looks a little bit darker, purplish in this, maybe because of his blue shirt and the blue awning, but it'll look different colors in different sunlight.
Is it a Hurt shifter? Plum crazy purple.
Not a Hershey.
I cannot wait to design a purple Mastercraft. That's happening.
There will be a time.
It'll be a momentarily demo boat, but it's fine. Somebody will love it.
is it going to have sparkles too?
Oh, it's going to have
Oh, yeah,
lots
better,
of purple
better.
sparkles.
So I think most of us watching, we've all seen the Mastercraft. We've seen the Carver. I haven't seen the Silverton, though. I've seen pictures. Actually, I've never seen a picture of the whole boat. Though I know which one looks like.
This is my new project
Oh,
boat right
what's
here.
this?
This is Jessie Hart's bumper boat. We're going to name it Blue Balls.
No, man.
You and Chris Martin can go out and have races together.
No, it's little rubber ducky. I'm sorry, Chris. I love you, but I think mine's faster.
Oh, he's saying his is going to do 90 mile per hour right now.
Oh, shit. Mine only does like 70.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we're going to have a race.
Oh, man.
We're going to bring it down to the slot car track and race
I'm
down the drag
texting
strip.
1,000-foot waterways.
All right, let's find the Silverton.
Yeah, that'd be a fun race, though. Why not?
Yeah, actually, Chris just sent me a
Maybe
picture of his
yeah.
boat yesterday. It's finally on the water.
I think they're going to name it Rubber Ducky.
He should. Yeah,
It's
being
pretty
all yellow and
awesome,
white. His other one was fast. That thing was scary, dude. I didn't like going on it fast. It's too small to go that fast.
All right, that's the new beast.
It's Chris size, fun size.
How do you have
This
the
one's
worst for somebody that takes pictures every day,
Because
all
I was
day?
showing-
all of your
Listen,
photos?
listen, okay,
I mean,
with
are
my
these not
12,000
Snapchat or something? I mean,
No,
how come all your photos?
She got her feet in there.
Because I was trying to get my feet in there. Exactly.
I mean, this is embarrassing photography.
That's your woman, man.
I know. I'm pretty ashamed because, look, if you see this, I have 114,000 pictures on this phone.
What?
But it's not even including this phone.
Are they all feet?
You know,
You have a foot fetish.
Jeez,
I'm thinking about it now. I mean, after talking to all my girlfriends and everything, I think I need like an OnlyFans page for this.
Maybe that's what it is. You do have an OnlyFans page,
I
don't you?
don't.
Just
but,
with your feet?
No, everybody thought I was Mrs. Broccoli, but I am not Mrs. Broccoli. All right.
There's the
Make
Yoruba
that
ducky right
clear.
there. There it is.
Yes.
Oh, it's just Chris's size, for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
Yeah.
what is that, 11 and a half feet?
That is awesome.
It's not about the size, guys. The motion in the ocean. Right, Chris? Right.
I love you, buddy.
Yes, we do.
My little rubber ducky.
All right, so got the boats. Other listeners here like sand toys. You guys got any sand toys?
We do and don't.
Do and don't.
Yeah, I just got mine out of the shop for doing a full send during witching hours at Dumont. It was a new dunes for me.
Pull up the pictures. Let's see.
Yeah.
We got to see this thing.
I don't know if I have evidence or pictures of
No?
my full send. I mean, I still have like my scars because Rock just came out from last Halloween. I'm not even lying,
The
but
Rock just came out from last Halloween?
a Rock just came out the other day, and that's why there's like a new scab there.
Wait, what? It's just like slowly
Like, it-
pushed its way out? and then,
Yeah, like you know how glass works its way
Yeah.
out? Yeah, it just took from like last October for it to finally come out.
I was thinking it was like chilling in there, and then you cut it open and it fell out.
I think I have better pictures than you of actual boats and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
on
right?
Facebook. I mean,
I
you seem to
know.
be really failing in this.
Was this on your Facebook? Yeah, we're going to have to check out your Facebook.
Yeah,
Well, it looks like if it's food, selfies, or feet, she's got it.
And cars
That's a way
and
better
toys.
Silverton picture.
Oh, that is a good picture. All right, we'll have to find
That
that.
is that one. That's the one that pissed
Okay, well-
me off, though.
We'll open up another. We'll open up yours in another
That's easy.
one here. Let's see.
So we just got rid of a couple sand toys. We had a pre-runner F-150
You did?
in 2001.
Yeah, that was up. That was right there on the Facebook.
She kept breaking it.
There it is.
It
There's
couldn't.
a
It
better
couldn't
one.
keep
That's a
up
good
with
picture.
me.
Who's that jumping off the top there?
That's Lena and some hooker. I don't know who she is, but I don't know who she is.
Hey, give those hookers my number.
I'll make sure I do. I know, right? I can't wait to share this.
I think it's already being shared.
I'm kidding, everybody. Yeah.
I'm like, who? He always has random girls. I was like, who is this one now? I'm
Mark, you
like,
got
can I just
pictures?
get back into town till I finally meet one I can play with?
You got pictures of that pre-runner on here?
Yeah, it should be. Should be. Let's see. It's probably.
Photos and albums?
Yeah,
Just
probably. If you, everything I have is pretty PG. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah. So there's a better Carver picture if you wanted to look at that down a little bit with the
All the
lights.
lights on.
Where's that at? Am I
there.
missing it? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, there's a good picture.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That looks so much like yours.
It does, huh?
It's very close.
We should have built the upper deck. We need to build an upper deck on it.
I'm clarifying this too because I actually don't have sparkling water in my hand. This is kind of deformating my character right now, guys, because I always drink sparkling water and it's just showing that I'm drinking and I'm not the drinker.
Not the drinker you thought you were.
Exactly.
What was this boat?
Bad influences.
That's a 32 Sea Ray Sundancer.
Like I was telling Chris, I was like, we've either demoed it, owned it, traded it, sold it,
Yeah,
drove it,
we've got
blew
a
it
lot.
up, cut it up.
There's your purple
Yeah.
truck we just sold right there,
Yeah,
bottom
you want
left.
to go and share my purple truck I just
Oh, yeah?
sold?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
That's Purple People Eater,
That's Chicago.
Okay.
and I just sold her 2 days ago. And I'm having still my mild meltdown over it.
You gonna miss it?
I'm really missing it, actually. I was driving around our 250 today. That's not purple, but it's a 6.0. That was a 7.3. So there's a big difference.
That would have looked good in front of that Mastercraft.
Yeah, like that purple one I was telling you about.
Yeah,
I know,
Sorry, you get another one. Get another one.
right?
There's always another
You
one.
guys have had a lot of toys, haven't you?
Lots of toys.
Oh my God. You guys, down in the comments section below, you're gonna see a link to their Facebook page. Go check out all these guys' toys because they have mad toys. I've had mad toys.
So how did this all start out for you getting into all these kind of toys and these different things that you guys have all been immersed into? Because that's what brought you guys ultimately together too, was, a love for motorsports and just, anything that could fill your adrenaline needs, right? And you guys kind of cross paths and.
Yeah, do you want to tell them about this story, how we met with Wakeboard Wednesday, or when I almost died on my motorcycle in front of you?
Both. Both.
All right.
Death first.
Oh, you want me to tell the story?
You can tell the story of this one. You tell it better because it's pretty entertaining.
So initially, how we had first met is every week back in the day, I'd managed and ran Chicago Mastercraft in Chicago, obviously.
Bring your hand down there, Mark. Everybody's gonna see your hand in front of
Sorry.
your face.
And and then so we did a wakeboard Wednesday every week. So we would teach over 100 riders how to wakeboard behind Mastercraft boats on the Fox River in Illinois. And I just so happened to need sign-up girls that were
Doing insurance
You know,
things, and I'm
you know.
like,
Insert Jessie, basically.
right. I was
Right.
like, I'll leave my career of like selling tools and playing with tools to come and help you out Wednesdays, so you don't
playing
get
with
sued.
tools. Playing with tools.
I came and played with more tools.
So she was one of my initial sign-up girls, and we had gotten along for a while, and then we kind of crossed paths a couple times, and You know, I think she had turned me down a couple times. I happened to live across the street from where we did the events, so there was always some kind of fun going on.
Now, this was in Chicago, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then I think fast forward a little bit later,
5 years later.
5 years later, she's like, "Oh, I like you."
It took you that long?
And I was like, damn, I don't think you're better than me. I think we're kind of equal. Maybe.
Why weren't
Now
you?
I'm kind of questioning it, but
Why-
it's okay. I'm
Why,
just kidding.
why weren't you falling for his moves in the start?
Because this place, Broken Oar, no offense, Bonnie, I love you to death, and Haber, I do, I love you, but this place was known for broken sores and ore whores, and that's where we got the name, and I was like, listen, I'm not going to be one of them.
Ore whores. What's an ore whore?
Well, the place was called
It's really a
Broken
wait-
Oar,
waitress.
so it was either a waitress or somebody that he hooked up with, and I was like, I'm not one of them.
Oh, you had a pass in
I'm
there.
your
Okay.
sign-up girl, okay? I'll make sure you're not going to get
I
sued.
went to
or,
church
know,
every Sunday.
take you for everything. So yeah, I just kind of kicked back and watched everyone try to take him for everything, and then I was like, yep, that's not me. And then
So fast forward to about 5 years later, she has Lena, our daughter, and you know, we start hanging out again. And I have this sand volleyball tournament, so I'm gonna go to the sand volleyball tournament. She comes over, she's hanging out with one of my buddies. It's you know, staying around. They're riding motorcycles. She's got this GSXR 1100. I'm like, all right, let's go to the sand volleyball tournament. So she hits the gas right out in front of my house, gets into this complete tank slapper, ends up ditching it into the ditch, head over heels, flips over the bike. Bike's like in a million parts. I'm like looking at it.
I'm really proud of myself though, because when I was coming around that carousel turn, I know you know what a carousel turn is, okay?
Absolutely.
So when I was coming into it, it was a blind corner. There was a lake, and then there was like a fresh mowed ditch field. So I was like, everything went slow motion. So I was like, tank slapping. I tried to throttle in it, and I'm like, fuck, I'm slapping more. And then next thing you know, I'm
Way
like,
more.
I'm like, I gotta either just take it in the ditch and tuck and roll, or if I lay it down around the turn, I'm gonna get ran over. So I kind of just talked to myself in slow motion. It was like, take it in the ditch and tuck and roll, and everything went meow. And I did. I jumped off of it as soon as I hit the grass, tucked and rolled. I rolled a few times, slid while I still watched the bike somersault and just disintegrate.
Did you have like his Mark watching in my mind?
Yeah,
I know,
because
that's
he
what
was
I'm
in the-
thinking.
Was he
He
watching?
was in the
I
car.
was
I
right.
like,
I was in the car right
he was
behind
in
her.
the car behind me with his buddies.
So I get out. I run over there. I go, "Are you okay?"
I'm laying there
She's
like,
like, "Yeah, kind of." She's in yoga pants and like a tank
a
top,
skin tank
you know.
top with like
yeah,
cutouts.
yeah.
Skate shoes, my DC skate shoes, because I like live in skate shoes. And
How bad did you get messed up off of that?
these are
I mean,
some cool
so
scars.
just so
Ooh.
you can identify with this. My
I
neighbor,
pushed the guts back in. I refused to go to the hospital because they're having a party that night and I was not missing it. So
my neighbor was in the military, and you know, he had seen some combat. So he's like, I'm like, "Hey, dude, you got this." She's got like, you know, her sides kind of kicking out a little bit. Can you
my
push us
shoulders
back in,
sticking
field
out,
dresser?
like that, and
So
my knees, my
he's like,
side.
I got it. I'm like, all right, let's take her back home. I gotta go to this volleyball tournament.
He did. He really did too. He straight ditched me and left me with his buddy while I'm showering like
She's taped
dirt
up. She's
and
good. I'm out.
grass and scrubbing it out. And he's like pouring the booze and he's like, "It's gonna be fine." And I'm like, "Cool."
And it was a beer in hand volleyball tournament, so it wasn't even that important.
That's true love, you guys.
I kill you for free.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
we did. I didn't go to the hospital. I ended up with really awesome scars because I super glued myself back together.
Yeah, self-aiding buddy care is what we called it. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
I was like, this is sterile glue. Not really, but I'm going to go with
They
it.
train us for like a month on how to do that, and we typically forget it and just wing it afterwards.
That's all
It
my
looked like a
scars.
total on winging it.
All my
Yeah.
scars
He
are
seemed
all
really
super-
concerned
Yeah.
at the time, you know, my neighbor, but I was like, well, you know, I think he's just kind of getting fresh with her. But I, you know, got this volleyball tournament. I gotta go.
See, he was probably
I got a beer
He
in
was
my hand. I
having a
need them
field
all.
day scrubbing me out in the shower. Let me tell you, because I'm pretty sure I ripped my yoga pants off my body and ripped myself a new asshole, and like, it was bad. I was like, I think I just gave myself another episiotomy.
take like hydrogen peroxide,
Dude,
pour it all over you.
I was just sitting in like a
Turned
donut,
into a
just,
big
like,
foamy person.
sideways.
Just-
Like I
yeah.
can't. I can't. And then I realized I like threw out my back, and then what, like maybe.
Mark's
was it?
Mark's still thinking about volleyball right now. He's like,
I know. A couple months after that.
I
you
did.
know,
I
back
was
again.
runner-up in the tournament. Thank you. So we did make it to the championship. Full on 8 hours later, after all of this, obviously the motorcycle crash really affected me emotionally, but I was able to recover.
I was really proud though because I've been
that was
riding
solid.
since I was 15.
Yeah.
And then what? It took me 17, 18
It took
years
me to help her to
get out.
crash. I mean, that's basically what was it. She wanted to show off. She went and hit the gas, tank slap later, over the bars. It's like, yeah, maybe we'll keep her.
Note to all you ladies, if you want to meet a guy, buy a bike, crash it in front of him when he's headed to a volleyball game.
That's awesome.
I would recommend
we
trying
did-
to stay and help the person out though,
No,
or take them to
no.
the game
Hold
and
on.
drink with you, right?
Hold on. We did her right. We went and got the truck. We put her in the back seat of the truck, and we slid the motorcycle in like it never happened, and then took it back to my house,
Way worried
put it in the
about
garage.
evidence, all right?
So the yard sale was no more. You know.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened. I know nothing. I play the fifth.
Awesome. So what got you into bikes?
I actually rode, born and raised in Cali, so I got into riding with my dad, rode with the Hells Angels and with the Fifth Chapter, and we did a lot of runs, and my dad would take his choppers and his Harleys and just take them apart every winter and pretend that they were like Legos, and
So what's that like being a daughter in the Hells Angels?
it was pretty fun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because we would go to these places and I watched all these like guys just box and like bleed out on these boxing rings that were outside, and I'm just like, this is awesome, you know, and I'm like 6, you know.
Did you feel impervious like that little dog that's running around with that big bulldog and like no one can beat me up because I got protection?
Yeah, and then my dad taught me how to hawk a really good loogie, so I was like always walking around, I was like, you know, and I was like, that's bigger than a quarter. But my dad, his favorite story is like, I think I was 5, and he's like, you came into the garage and you came back in the house, and he's like, he's like, Jess, what is it? And I'm like, I just need a 9/16. And he's like, you don't need a 9/16. You don't even know what a 9/16 is. And this is what like made my career, because that's what I do now. I sell tools. But and so he's like, all right, I'll go get you a 9/16. So I go out and I lets me do my thing. I'm like, just stay inside. And I'm in the garage. And next thing you know it, I'm taking my training wheels off apparently and tightening them up. And I hop on my bicycle and I start riding around, and my dad comes out and he's like, what the hell? Like, is your wheels even tightened? And I was doing full circles, and yeah, just became.
And this is all Santa Clarita?
Yeah, this is all Santa
Okay.
Clarita, yep.
So literally right outside of Six Flags then.
That was my backyard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Pick
many
those
memories,
oranges.
Yeah, so
and-
many more. Yeah. I have
Right?
So many memories there.
I know.
So how long, so you grew up in Santa Clarita,
Yep.
and then how long were you there? How did you end up in
My
Chicago?
dad actually, my dad built our house, one of the first houses in Saugus in Santa Clarita. And then after about 10 years, my parents divorced. I moved to Arizona, Bullhead, for about a year and a half. Got introduced to the Laughlin world and everything.
That's a very small town back then.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, how was that?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I was like in 4th grade doing like whatever I wanted, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I should still have parental supervision, but that's cool. And then after that, we moved. My mom remarried, met my stepdad in Arizona actually, and they moved to Chicago and sent me out there first to meet my step-grandma and lived there for a couple months. And I lived there in Chicago basically since 5th grade, and I graduated high school, went to Cali, went to college. Freshman year, I went to Cali, kind of did like a bounce back and forth kind of thing. My mom battled some issues, and I had amazing family in Cali, so I just wanted to make sure I graduated. And as soon as I was free bird, I basically lived on my own as 15, 16 years old, as very independent. And I was like, going to college, graduated early, and I was like, I'm going right into school because if I take the summer off, I'm not going to probably go to college, and jumped right into it. And everything I went to school for like child development and business management is nothing what I do with my career now. So it's weird.
I think that's like 90% of people's right college experience.
I'm like, I have like 10 different certificates. I'm like a floral designer, interior designer. Like, I paint shoes. I'm just kidding.
What shoes have you painted recently?
I do like to paint and like draw and doodle on shoes, especially when they get like really messed up.
Hey, Rob Deerdeck, you paying attention here? You got a new artist?
Competition on. I love him.
Dude, I would love to have my own fantasy factory. Wouldn't that be awesome? Just
Yeah.
a warehouse you just fuck off in?
Just
Do
do
whatever you
it.
want.
Do whatever.
I mean, a little bit
Yes.
bigger than a warehouse. Like, it'd have to be a lake, and some property, and more.
Right.
More stuff, bigger house.
I know I'm in this process of like trying to, I'm thinking about maybe opening a yoga studio, but like an epic yoga studio. So like, I'm not going to be doing hot yoga and stuff like that. I'll like bring the goats in for goat yoga to acro,
There's
bungee
goat yoga?
Yeah, there is.
Are you curious?
No, it's so
No, that's a
awesome.
real thing. They actually did
Yeah.
it at EDC
Amanda
the
Renee?
last time they had it.
Real
yeah.
bad.
They're goat yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bring in
Like,
goats.
Yeah, you do acro yoga, you stand and balance each other
And they
like
get on your back. Yeah.
Really?
people, and yeah, they climb and they will balance with you.
That's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. Some aerial ribbons, you know, maybe tie the goats up to some aerial ribbons, stick with them. Just
It's like a
kidding.
petting zoo.
Did they ever just start eating your mat or something? Don't they eat everything?
I would fuck them
Goats?
up. I'm just kidding.
Did
No, I
anybody
won't
get
agree
shit
with you.
on?
I'm just
Did-
kidding.
Did anybody get shit on?
Easy, Peta. Easy.
I have not seen that, but I've always seen like outdoors, so you know.
Yeah, that would be weird inside, right? If they
Yeah,
start shitting.
absolutely.
I wonder how big it is
Could've been
actually.
diapers.
You know, I was born and raised like on a ranch. I'm like this Cali Valley American girl, and I'm like, I actually don't know what goat poop looks like.
It's just. So we actually just got a couple of baby goats like 2 weeks ago at my mom's ranch in Dillon
He's
Springs.
pointing at me, but no.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know what I'm doing. There I go with my hands again. See, I told you, man. You start doing weird shit with your hands.
We got a couple of goats.
Oh yeah.
What else are we
What are we
doing?
doing with them? I don't know.
But it's crazy. We're talking about goat shit here, but it's just a bunch of little black pellets, and they just continuously will drop them. It's not like, you know, dogs will go a couple times a day or once a day. They're just sporadically dropping
Just going.
pellets.
They're just going.
So like, I can't imagine that not being a messy
It's like
ordeal.
little bunnies when you like tickle their tush, they just start popping them out like a Pez dispenser.
I thought that was.
There we go. That's perfect.
I thought that was
reference.
candy, you guys.
Hops, I love that movie.
What have I been eating?
Why aren't they colorful?
So you're gonna do this, right? You're gonna actually. Is this something that's been an elaborate thought to open this up?
I've been getting really serious about it, and then I have a girlfriend that lives in Florida. She's a yoga master, and she just got a couple of things published. I'm really proud of her. She's Beach Bum on Instagram. You have to follow her. She's absolutely amazing. The stuff that you see, she taught me everything. She opened me to a whole nother world of meditation and life because I'm a very angry, aggressive person. So I will publicly tell everybody this. I am not afraid of it. My give a shite meter is 0. But like the yoga thing, I think it's key. I kind of want to change careers. The traveling is kind of getting to me. I travel to Chicago 2 to 4 times a month, it seems like. It's kicked back a little bit, but
Now, is that because of the current situation that's going on?
yes and no. I kind of
I'm not going to speak on it. If you want to, that's totally up to you. So.
I wasn't really public. I always kept things quiet, but I am a 4-time cancer survivor. I'm pretty proud of it.
Fuck cancer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. I'm going to be 39. I'm still here. I'm living my best life. I currently do go back and forth to Chicago for treatment. But I get to integrate my work and seeing, I'm a tooling specialist. I'm basically a mechanical engineer without, you know, being really certified. I've been blessed with my career and my company I've been with Fleetwood Industrial Supplies for 11 years now. They take very good care of me, take very good care of my family. I don't know, this, the tool thing, the tool life thing, it's me. I don't even know where I was going with that. Squirrel.
No, it's all good.
So we were kind of,
Yeah.
we were talking about you having cancer. So is it the same reoccurring cancer, same place?
It
What's going on?
isn't. It's been bouncing around, actually. I've had issues since I was probably in 4th grade. Couple things. My main concern was breast cancer when I was younger. My uncle and all my aunts lost their breast to breast cancer. And then ovarian cancer ran in my family, and prostate and colon. And it kind of bounced around. I went from breast to cervix, and now I'm battling colon with severe ulcerative colitis. So I got like a double whammy going on me right now. So, yeah.
And nobody would ever tell. I mean, looking at you, talking to you, just being around you, that's, most people, like, because I'm a rare situation. I had eye cancer.
Right.
And I got through it, but it beats you down so
does.
much mentally.
Yeah.
And yours is such a more extravagant version of what I had.
But
to
I have
deal
like
with.
all of you guys and stuff like that. Like,
But
we were
look
talking
at
about
this.
the
You can't
Lake
even
family
tell,
and stuff.
you
It's
know?
awesome. You guys
So-
keep me uplifted. I
love the positivity.
Yeah, I
I love it.
refuse to sink in that rabbit hole, because that rabbit hole, I mean, I've seen it in my past with friends and family, and I'm trying to live my best life. And if I'm doing 170 on my motorcycle in the rain, if I go out that way, at least I go out doing something fun. I just jumped out of a plane.
Yeah, something is your choice, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that exciting. I kind of like yawned and thought it was very meditating to me. And I was like, I thought I would have some form of, adrenaline when I jumped out
Really
of a plane.
jumping out of a plane?
Yeah, and I was just
Yeah.
like, eh. And I was like, there's something wrong with me. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Being chased with the cops at like 170 on my motorcycle, and I was like, all right, am I gonna die? Or it's like exciting. Or when you think you're gonna get pulled over.
Yeah, you're right.
Then you get like that adrenaline, and I was
yeah.
like, that's the only time I ever get it.
Mark, what does it take to get this girl wet? Just get,
He's like, that's not fucking hard.
The lake, sir.
Yeah,
It's for another podcast.
right?
Look at him trying to change topics.
More
Jesus.
fast cars, loud exhaust, more motorcycles.
oh, we like fast women too.
I like fast girls too. Let
Still waiting for those hookers' numbers.
me airdrop them.
Just for the record, that's him, not me. Okay. I don't-
Liar.
Mr. Charmer over here.
Who are you trying to impress?
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Come
Just
on now.
stop it with that Hawaiian shirt already, okay?
I know it.
Right?
Tim.
Dude, I
Why
was,
you 5 over?
Do you need the address to the Broken Oar? I'll
he does. He
yeah.
does. He does for sure. Hey, I was going through an old box, getting rid of stuff,
it.
and I came across, and I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling this right now. I'm just gonna go with it.
I actually really like it though.
You know what triggered it? I watched Back to the Future 2, one of my all-time favorite movies, and I was like, dude, Biff's outfits are dope. And here it is. This is it. I rolled it up because he did it. You know what I mean? That was my childhood movie. So, yeah, that's right. Shout out to Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
Super idol right there. Super idol. That's awesome. I don't
You
get
got
too many
pretty-
biffs as your guy.
Dude, we were actually talking about that the other day about how like underrated he was because he really killed off. Like
That's how this
think of
came up.
all the different personalities he was in all those shows. He was like Mad Dog Mitten, and he was the old guy with the cane, and then the young guy. And dude, he played all of them like you believed.
Yeah.
He was the character. Like he was on it, dude. And I can't believe he didn't get any bigger roles after that show.
And he was basically Trump, too, in the second one.
Biff Tannen.
America.
Was it you that showed me that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody changed that whole video production, showed his life winning. And,
Have you guys seen that?
And they changed it to Trump. It's so funny. It's a perfect blend, too, because he looks just like that character.
Sorry guys, I can't show you this because of copyrights, but I can show them. We'll go for reactions.
Just when the screen
You
blocks
talk, I'll
out.
find it.
Yeah, so.
Hey, just saw something on Facebook. I let everybody know. Mike Martinez's son got his bike stolen. If anybody finds a bike, he's got a reward money.
Is that my daughter's crush one or what?
Probably.
He says it was stolen from Burger King this afternoon.
It was like your bike getting stolen. What is up with everybody stealing bikes out here?
It's a nice, shiny red line.
Because
All
everybody's losing their
chrome.
driver's license.
All right, I'm gonna find this video.
Yeah, no worries. It's It's funny, for I don't know, maybe the last couple of years, I've, seen you come across Facebook, and, obviously the last name stands out to me. And the more I get to know you, the more I'm like, how the hell are we not related? We do so many of the same damn things. So I'm just going to run with it. This is literally like my cousin here. We're like
Yeah, we're going.
same age,
Yep.
go through a lot of the similar stuff. I think she goes on a completely different level than I do. I think she's a little more extreme than I am in some instances. And
I'm just borderline psychotic. I'm past crazy, okay? We'll admit it, okay? But I like the whole Hart thing.
do you concur to that, sir?
Yeah, I'll second that. No,
Yeah.
So being, in your role and your position in this relationship, how do you take all that in, the craziness? Because, you got to let them be wild. I learned this first and foremost. You can't try to control nobody. But how do you I can see you. I feel like you might have a hard time sometimes. I think anybody would. So how do you deal with that? What holds you guys together?
you just use a lot of paint. You just kind of brush the whole thing out, and then you just like kind of let it just run, and then however it's gonna run. Sometimes it's a good job, sometimes it's but you gotta kind of just roll with it. I mean, I'm not
the end of the day, it's
I'm
still
not gonna
art.
redo the fender, so at this point we're gonna run with it.
Fair enough. I mean, it's all art, right? It's all art.
I gotta show you guys this video.
Art in the heart right here.
Hey,
Ready?
what's up, cuz?
I'm gonna turn your mic off so you guys can hear and listen to it. Unfortunately, these copyright rules are. Here, let's you and me we'll talk about the reactions over here. If you guys want to check this out, go to YouTube, type in "Back to the Future Trump." So it's
they live
that
on
scene
the
in Back to the Future 2 where
Where's Jay?
Where-
Jay's missing this.
He goes
We have
back to
show this
1985.
Jay.
yeah, he's in 1985 and it's
But-
LeBron 1985 and he
He had the
stumbles up to
sportsbook
the
almanac and
yeah,
everything changed,
it was
yeah.
the Plaza Hotel, but it said Biff's place on it. Well, now it says Trump. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a literal perfect blend. Man, my
This is
earphone
great.
just got
This
super
is
loud.
great.
Oh, you're toying with it.
I hit the game, yeah. It's really funny, dude. Sorry for those just listening on the
you're
the
not gonna cut this
podcast.
out.
'Cause you're
Having that moment.
oh no, it's
we'll
good.
watch it.
No. We're giving them a minute to pull it up on YouTube themselves and check it out because
Okay,
it's
fair enough.
hilarious.
While we're talking about it, if you can in the comments when this gets posted later,
That is
what is
epic.
your favorite Back to the Future movie? 1, 2, 3, or all the above?
It's all you up, right?
Damn right it is.
All of
Damn
them,
right it is.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, well, Mark's gone real quick. I want to take a minute to thank our sponsors, of course, Silver State Slot Cars, for letting us host our show in this lovely arena over here. Come down here and check it out. We have they got cars down here you can rent, race down this track. It's pretty cool, man. If you haven't seen the videos yet, I'll post some up of these guys racing earlier. Go check out my
It's
Facebook.
a lot of fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun, actually, especially if you're very competitive with your significant other.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So every
Yeah.
Wednesday night, 7 p.m. and Friday night, 7 p.m. we have tournaments down here. Come down, check it out. It's really cheap sport. It's fun. It's on Water Street in Henderson, right outside of Hendertucky. Come check it out. Also
Awesome.
want to thank our biggest sponsor here. That's myself, Michael Mayer, Realtor. So I know you guys have boats and RVs out there because that's what we do, guys. We boat and we RV. So if you need boat and RV parking, I'm your specialist. Check it out, michaelmayer.com. And check out in the comments down there for links to my page with just all boat and RV parking houses. Check it out. All right, back to the show. Mark's back.
I was waiting. I thought you were going to put your OnlyFans out there. I was kind of like, should I put mine? Like, I don't know.
Well, brought to you by his OnlyFans and her Only Feet.
Yes. With Mrs. Broccoli. So now you're gonna have to look that up later because that's not me. Because I was just asked if I was Mrs. Broccoli, and I'm very like stern and bold about like my Mrs. Broccoli Snapchat filter. But then I was asked the other day if I was the Mrs. Broccoli, and I was like, yeah, I am. And then they're like, are you sure? And I was like, I don't know, how sure am I really? And then they pulled it up on OnlyFans, and it's Mrs. Broccoli and feet.
Wait, what is broccoli? That's her name,
It's-
Mrs. Broccoli, and it's just feet?
Yeah, it's,
Oh, really?
it's a filter. There's a filter.
So she has a filter on the whole thing, so
Yeah.
you can't see her face, basically.
Oh, the broccoli head.
But
the
all
broccoli
you
head.
see is like big beady eyes.
the broccoli
and-
head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the broccoli
So-
filter. I got you.
So it's kind of saving the identity a little bit.
Right? It's not going to pull up.
We're totally blowing up her
It's just-
Instagram. Miss Broccoli.
I know, right?
Check it out.
I'm like-
She needs to be a sponsor with as much dropping as we've been doing.
I'm like really jealous how much money she's actually making. And I was like, damn, I thought I was Mrs. Broccoli, but not like that.
That's like that chick, Cash Me Outside girl.
She got a whole makeup line and everything.
Dude, I copied her. Look.
What does it say?
Cash my dust. How about that?
God,
Cash my dust. These are my greedy bastard shirts.
I like it. Oh, I was digging the hat. I was
You
kind
like
of
that?
jealous.
Yeah.
I got my
Dude,
Dulligans, you know.
I still have a box of T-shirts of that hard driven performance stuff I made a few years back, and one of them said "Catch me at the track." How about that?
Yes.
You know, so
It's a catchy phrase,
That's-
man. It's easy to use.
I like it. I like it.
I mean, that's the trick. You take those things that get viral and trendy, and you do a spin-off, and you can do the same thing. That's what everybody else is like chain reacting that on like TikTok and everything else
Right,
these days.
right.
And off the dumbest shit too. You know, you just have it.
Hey, Blake Wilkie's got that Make America Shred Again. Like that, he's killing it with that stuff. His shreddy life stuff.
Right, and I get all excited because like when everybody's like, yeah, that's amazing, and I was like, I say, oh, amazing, and then I went to Colorado actually a few months ago, and I was going up this gondola with this girl, and she was like, yeah, that's so amazing, and I'm like, you did not just say that. She's like, yeah, doesn't it sound better? I'm like, it does. Like, oh my God, that was amazing, right? Like, it just sounds way more exciting.
You guys instantly became best friends.
Yeah, I was like, can I get your Snapchat?
You know what's amazing is this picture that just popped up here.
I know.
of-
Yeah, I take
I
that
know
on my
it.
husband. Yeah, it's great.
What is going on in this? What is this?
Did you get herpes on that one? Or,
I don't know.
I would
Do you
say
say
hemorrhoids. I guess hemorrhoids.
I'm getting some. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we always say get some.
Is there somebody behind you?
Yeah, everybody like that whole new trend of send it. We say get some. So like that's our Midwest thing.
That word.
Yeah, right.
So curious, when did you guys first start going to Lake Mead? How did that happen? What was your experience like? When did you start finding out about like the places to go? And
Well, two separate things. I mean, two separate things. We both went here when we were young. She went with her family. I went with my family. Lake Mead is actually the first place I ever wakeboarded way back in like the early 90s, like when I was a kid. And then I had family out here and a friend that moved from Chicago. And, you know, and then
My family had a power sport dealership, and you know,
still do.
yeah, still do up north. Auburn Extreme Sports, and yeah, it just being in that power sport like lifestyle of just in that water life, our families were kind of, well, Mark was more into it than his family, but my family is more involved, and it was just like those summer breaks and trips when I lived in California that I would go to Mead. So it was crazy after like all those years. Like it was like a good, what was it, like at least 20 years that I went back to it, and I was like, oh my God, these water levels. I was like, what happened to the lake? Like, I mean, I remember when the water was like at the top of like the towers,
Yeah, over the
It's-
spillway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. So.
And I'd had an opportunity to do a lot of things out here with different boat manufacturers and World Lake Surf events. And so I'd been back to Mead over the years, over and over again. And then, we had a house in Chicago that we finally had sold. And it was, we're going to Las Vegas or we're going to Florida. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
Time is now or never.
And I was like, we're not going to Florida. I was like, I'm born and raised in Cali with all my family. You think I'm going to go in the opposite coastlines, and I was like, humidity.
You're not ready to retire yet?
I got really curly hair, so like, you know, I'm
You know, you really get adjusted to it. It's hard at first, but after about a month and a half.
mosquitoes and stickiness is not my thing. I got bit by 2 mosquitoes
Dude,
today.
for real, I can't
Okay?
stand mosquitoes. I love Vegas. No mosquitoes in Vegas, guys. If you don't live in Vegas, you don't know. There are no mosquitoes here. It's fucking awesome.
It's a lot of crickets, though.
He's kind of right, but apparently there is 7 different species of
Really?
mosquitoes here, and I got bit. Okay, there's
You got to stay out of those wetlands.
and one there.
There's
earlier.
nothing going on over there at the
Somehow
old stadium
I got
anymore. Get away from there.
Mosquito bites on my wrist. I was like, seriously?
When was this?
Earlier today.
Where were you at?
By like this water thing.
I'm avoiding that area.
Yeah.
This water thing.
I was like, it was at the gas station by like the, you know, the water bucket where you can clean the windows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like,
I imagine like a
this.
pond or something, you know.
Yeah,
like,
something close by.
The car wash was right there too, so it's like a little humid, little sticky area, like
You know,
Florida.
like a Las Vegas water feature, car wash.
Yeah, yeah.
You need them all the time.
I've seen a lot of bums actually going and using that water to cool themselves off in the heat. It was like off of Sunset, that Chevron that's right there by the highway.
Really?
Dude, it was ridiculous. They're all like hanging out in the car wash, and I was about to use it, and I decided not to because they were all having a good time.
That's just gonna like blast my skin off if I tried to like use.
Well,
one
it's
of
like
those
the
things.
only
I mean, just
cool
leave it
cover
in
they
there.
had, so they were just chilling in there because it was all, you know, wet and cooler. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, another one literally had the
He had
squeegee.
mosquito
He was, he was like washing himself with the damn thing.
I'm gonna start a new a new charity. It's bathing the homeless. We just throw them in the back of the truck, drive to the car wash. They did this in high school hazing, guys. We've all seen, what is that, Daisy
For an
Confused?
extra $5,
Daisy
can you
Confused?
dry
We
it?
had super soakers with like hot
Yeah,
sauce
yeah,
and ketchup and
yeah.
mushrooms. Squirt them in the lockers.
Fry piggies, fry.
I actually have my 20-year high school reunion in September.
I totally did not go into
I
any
am
of mine.
so
None.
going to mine to be like, Jessie motherfucking Hart's here.
Can we all
I'm
go?
not gonna lie, I want to
Yes.
go
Let's
too.
all roll
It
up.
is a +1 only, unfortunately. They're trying to ask if everybody's been vaccinated. I was like,
Jesus.
no. But when I go in the gas station and they look at me, I just look at them and I'm like, what up?
I know they can't
Don't even
ask
ask
you.
me.
It's a
because
HIPAA violation.
Exactly.
Exactly. I know. I loved it.
You've
And
been exactly.
the best part's going to the gym and not having to, you know, choke on yourself when you're trying to do cardio.
Right.
So, but I was still today like one
like
of
the
two
skating
people
rink.
in there.
Like, how do you go to the skating rink with a mask on? I was like, psh.
I don't know. I'm glad that's getting over though.
Can you imagine going to prom and like chicken ranch with a mask on? How'd that go down? Anybody have experience on that? Tell us in the comments. I want to know how that happens.
That is
Was
awesome.
was Lamar Odom there? He's been in the news lately for some. I don't remember what it was for.
Really?
Yeah, I think they were asking him like, "What the hell happened to you?"
To be continued.
It's kind of like you used to date one of the richest women in the world. Now what happened?
I lost it all.
You were a teammate with Kobe. You were a winning team. What are you doing? Drugs.
Womp womp. That is awesome sauce.
All right. So listen, you sell tools.
Yes.
Tell us about these tools. What kind of tools? Do you do it here or just in?
No,
Chicago?
actually, I get to just sit by my pool and
Like,
put
do you
in
drive around like in a
orders.
Matco truck or? type of
No,
thing?
but
How does this work?
if I liked anybody, it would be Snap-on. I love Snap-on. That's one of our customers. But we're a smalling
I like
industrial.
snap-off clothing.
Me too. Like just
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are the best windbreakers.
Or motorcycle accidents. You know, like just rips it right off too.
So what kind of tools are we talking about here?
Like CNC machine shop stuff. So like inserts, heads. Just tap and die. We do a lot of plastic moldings and a lot of steel moldings for Caterpillar and Harley.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Like every shop I go into, it's a smaller shop or a big shop, but it could be from medical, you know, stuff to guns and
Do you have plasma cutters and kind of stuff?
Yeah.
So anything like CNC
Endless,
operated?
yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah.
So you're like.
yeah. So I'm like the girl to go
Yeah.
to. So I became physically like an asset to the company because they're like, we're not going to order shit if Jesse's not going to come and deliver it. And I
Dude,
was like,
I want a plasma cutter so bad. For those that don't know, I do a lot of fabricating at home. I built my own sand car. I'm trying to talk my dad into redoing his 46 Willys because it's still leaf spring and it's a terrible ride. It's really rough.
There's nothing. I just sold my 7.3 and it had leaf springs.
No, this thing, it's terrible. This thing is such a rough ride. Like,
Every speed
talking
bump, you're gonna just leave your
1946
stomach,
riding, yeah.
bottom out your titties, like.
well, he built this Jeep to go like to the dunes with it, and it's, you know how the dunes gets on a bad weekend with all that ruts and stuff, man.
Like a full send through a witching hour, like I did, and ripped off every fairing off my Outlaw 525. That poor KTM motor was not happy.
Your kidneys are just like crying. And,
I ripped
yeah.
my chest shield broke off of me.
Really?
Because once I went over, and I was like kind of flying in the air, and I kind of did one of these, and I was like,
Over the bars.
Here's another tuck and roll situation. So I did, and then I knew within seconds it was going to be right behind me. So in my roly-poly position,
Yeah.
next thing it
How did
was
that
like
feel? How did
3,
that feel
2,
hitting the
1. It
sand?
was just like, I ate it, I was spitting it out. It didn't get in my eyes, surprisingly. I was really proud for not having goggles on, but the poor quad, I felt way worse for the quad because I'm pretty sure every fairing blew off of it.
Isn't that funny how that works? Like if something happens on, your motorcycle side by side, you're like, you don't care about yourself. You're thinking about,
You're like,
oh,
"Oh my
shit, I gotta
God."
fix this. How much is this gonna cost?
Yeah.
Is my weekend over?
I just bought it and brought it out there, and I was like, man, oh, womp womp.
I know it. As you're sitting there bleeding and arms not really working.
I didn't notice I was really bleeding because I had my gear on, but then I was like, everything started stiffening up after like an hour.
That's what she said.
Yeah. And
So your tools you sell, like, is that just in
Transition
Chicago?
every time.
yeah, actually, I can do it anywhere. So,
Anywhere.
yeah.
So if you guys are listening and you need anything CNC related or what else, what can you sell these guys?
Anything, any form of shop supplies. I mean, if you use Zep products, Snap-on, from Ingersoll, Kennametal, anything.
How can they get
I
hold of you
gotcha.
for this stuff?
You can reach out to me through my Facebook. It's fine.
Check for the link to her Facebook down in the comments, guys.
And then private message me, and then I'll give you my company information. I do work for Fleetwood Industrial Supply. We do have a link. We're updating a lot of stuff right now, so I'm not even going to bother to give it to you. So,
Well, I want to make sure they go through you so you get the credit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
just go on and DM her.
I'm the only
Not that
female
kind of
like
DM, you
in
perverts.
my company. So there's like 12 of us, and I'm the only chick that's been there and surviving. So
Awesome.
yeah, I'm proud.
All right, Mike, your turn, man. Where did you start out? Where'd you come from? Not your mama. I don't want to hear that.
Well, I'm originally from Aurora, Illinois, and then graduated high school. And
Wait. Do you know Wayne's World?
Yeah, party time.
Isn't that where they're from?
Yeah, they
Aurora?
are. They are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Aurora, Illinois. Right? Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. Gotta pay attention, man.
Yeah, so I grew up in Aurora, and then I ended up migrating to Waupaca, Wisconsin. I'd grown up in like, I graduated high school in '96, so like early '90s.
You didn't pick up that Wisconsin accent? What's going on?
Nah, I wasn't there long enough.
I was just starting high school.
Don't you know?
I'm like, I was just starting high school.
So in the '90s, early '90s, when I was about 13 to about 16, I raced professional jet skis. So I traveled the country, racing stand-up jet skis, like Jeff Jacobs kind of guys,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
old school stuff.
So how long's the course in that?
Depends on where you're at. If you're in Havasu, or if you're on the ocean, or if you're in.
I rode a stand-up from Hemingway Harbor over to the dam one time, and that about killed me. Just that ride alone.
I can imagine. Yeah. Nowadays, I prefer not to be on one, but back then it didn't matter. It was awesome. I mean, we started off on 550s, ended up at 785 mod. It was cool. Had a great time. Was big into high school sports, so football, baseball, wrestling. Ended up getting a wrestling scholarship. Went to school in Colorado.
My Mr. MVP football player.
Jock over here, yeah.
And wrestler, yeah, undefeated. I am proud to keep all these. He's like, just throw it out. I'm like, I'm keeping this whole stack
you
of
cannot throw
newspaper
that out, man.
articles and all of his
Well, there's like too much crap.
pins. There's so much, but he tried to throw it out, and then I let him go to work, and then I picked it out of the garbage and I put it back in a spot, and I hid it from him, and I put it with all my other shit that he can't find.
Just
or
dedicate a
go
wall
through.
in the house. Put rows of shelves and put them all up there. The I love me wall. You gotta have one, man. You gotta be proud of what you do.
That's what the boat's for.
I know.
Because
he's
the
like-
older
he's
we
like,
get,
"Yeah."
sometimes that ends up being the only thing we have cool to talk about. No, just
Four
kidding. Not all the time.
4 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Wide receiver? What position?
He's
Al-
always
Al
the
Bundy,
He's
dude.
always the receiver.
My
What are you
hero,
talking
Al
about?
Bundy.
I think I led our championship football team in. I was first in interceptions, second in tackles because I was a DB, and first in personal fouls. and second in touchdowns. I
gonna say you should've
I
led
wasn't
with that
afraid to
one,
hit.
yeah.
I wasn't afraid to hit you late if I felt like it.
You cocky homecoming king.
That's awesome.
So after college,
Did you make a noise when you were hitting him? Like the water boy
I
style?
think it was more like pussy. I was always talking shit, so it didn't matter.
Do you follow NFL now? Are you into it?
No, I'm like, I don't follow any sports really. I'm
Okay.
like, I couldn't even name a player on the Raiders, to be honest.
Okay.
Even though now they're my team, I mean, because they're.
Yeah, I was
you know,
about to
local.
ask you what
That's
you thought
always
about,
been my
Tebow coming back to the league and Trevor Lawrence being the
No.
quarterback of the Jaguars. No,
I
that's
know who Tom
no-
Brady is.
Yeah, everybody's got to know
much as you
Tom.
do.
Yeah.
Dude, I was filming a commercial. I was driving Ben Ellingson films commercial all the time. He's a great camera guy. Check out the TeslaCameraCar.com. But he gets me as a driver sometimes in commercials for cars. And so I was driving a Honda Odyssey in a new commercial. And where was I going with this? Brain fart.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
That's that Kentucky bourbon catching up is what that
It
is.
is. Well, I need another drink here. Well, where were we going with that?
We're not
know.
sure.
We-
I mean, I don't
I
know. We're in a
haven't
Honda.
smoked
We're in a
today.
Honda Odyssey. So
yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know where that goes, except for like,
Yeah, I'm coming
you know,
back to reality.
eighth grade graduation. Eighth grade graduation. I mean, that's where I'm going tomorrow. Can I borrow the Odyssey?
Get
You know,
some.
since I don't drink,
It's an old-fashioned bourbon.
I'm drinking. Cheers.
Shout out to Honda while we're
I'm
talking
really
about
gonna
it.
need my sparkling
Right?
water here, though, soon.
Where were we going with that story? What were we talking about?
Electric
I
doors?
think it was more or less about the Tesla Camera car and his production
It was pretty
abilities.
cool. No,
So,
we were talking about
right?
something else.
Still
What was she
this
talking
one,
about?
I don't know.
You should
That
still
tastes
it.
like candy.
It's an old-fashioned bourbon, yeah. It's pretty much candy.
Can I finish it?
Yeah.
I was like, it tastes like candy. It's like those old-fashioned Jello shots.
See, you don't even know what she was talking about.
No, this. it's
Rewind
only-
it. Somebody rewind the
it's
show.
the dynamic is so different when you got 4 people here. So, I mean, we're all,
I
we're
have
all.
ADHD beyond
Yeah,
means, though,
yeah. I think
so,
we
like,
all
come
might have
out.
that, and we're all drinking a little bit. So
Hey, in 10 minutes, I'll be like, Squirrel, I remember what it was. So I was driving that Honda Odyssey.
no, I mean,
I just hit the button on the automatic door and it closed itself, and then oh yeah, I remember now.
That is amazing.
I mean, I think the big thing is, you had so much that you had done, between high school and then going into college, and then how did that transition into like the boat scene, working for Mastercraft and everything else?
So what happened is that I came out of college and I was a applications engineer, and so I designed machines that were putting the automotive cars together. So at the same time, jet ski racing had went out, so there wasn't any more of that. And as I was designing these machines, at the time it was like Dodge Durango front end or different engineering projects, I started buying 1 to 2 boats. I started a production company of wakeboarders and different water sports people, and we would go and we'd show up to different city events or all over the country, and we'd show and put on a show for everybody, and have competitions, hosted competitions. So Mastercraft and Malibu both approached me and sponsored myself and then my crew of people and like our events that we did.
What time frame is this?
This is like 99-ish.
Okay.
99. So, and then like Red Bull followed at the time. I mean, they were dropping off.
I'm still in high school.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I know.
but
Class of
I was
01
like-
right here. I think you're 2000, yeah. Right?
I'm 96.
2001.
Or you're 01 also.
Yeah.
So is this about to be my 20th
It's your
anniversary?
20th too, cuz.
Damn it.
So things change when Red Bull starts
was your
dropping off
graduation? 96?
pallets of Red Bull in your
This was
garage.
96.
Yeah,
I was 97.
And you were
96, yeah.
96, 97
96,
were
yeah.
01ers.
So, I mean, so you're how old at this point?
22, 3-ish, you know.
Hooked up with Red Bull, working with Mastercraft, you know, just living your best life, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I was still
Right?
working. I
Yeah.
was still working for Detroit. I was still designing cars, and
This is the best life right here.
and then and so I started buying.
I'm very intrigued, yeah.
I started buying one boat at a time, and then I started buying two. Then I buy three. Then I had like dealers giving me boats, so that they're like, "Hey, Michelini, why don't you just take these with you, or maybe somebody you know would want to buy one." And then
Sounds like him at the strip club. I mean,
with the strippers. Maybe I need to go to the strip club with him.
right? Just don't go in the champagne room.
Did you see what I posted today on my Facebook?
No.
That Hustlers this weekend, I think only this weekend, they're opening a vaccine place. They're free vaccines plus a free shot with a free shot.
That's amazing.
Isn't that
That's
awesome?
really amazing.
Yeah, I posted that on my Facebook because I was like, I have
No,
to
for
share.
real. Like those guys pay $65 to $100 a head to get people in there to promoters. So like this makes
That is
sense.
genius, right?
It's great.
I'm like, I'm bringing the penicillin shots. Here I come.
So that all kind of went together, and then I started buying some boats, and then I started kind of like a by appointment only dealership because it was getting too big. And then I had a company approach me and wanted to buy out my dealership and have me work for them full time as a sales manager. And this is like 2000, I guess. So I'm still young.
Still haven't graduated yet.
So yeah. So like
You're doing a lot while we're in high school.
You're
yeah.
doing so much.
Yeah,
and we're
just
just
working
trying to
hard, right?
graduate here, you know,
So-
and become something.
So I became, I was a Mastercraft dealer, PowerQuest, Fountain, Donzi, Monterey,
A lot of big names.
Tracker.
Yeah, what I was telling you
This is
earlier,
like how we
yeah.
started, and I changed some things around, and then my wakeboarding, I was getting better and better and better on an athlete level. So at 2002 and a half-ish, I decided that we were going to take over and start Chicago Mastercraft in northern Illinois, where I was going to go away from a dealership that was all these brands in a big marina to a focused one brand Harley style store, just Mastercraft, just wakeboards.
That does better, right? Because people come in looking for just
That particular.
It's
Yeah.
like brand identity, right? It's in loyalty.
because
as well.
everything else feels like a kid in the candy store and you can't make a decision, so you leave.
Yeah, that's kind of like how you are now, a little bit.
It can go either. It depends on your market. Depends on where you're at and how you're doing it. So, in Chicago at that time, we had multiple players that had bigger dealerships that had brand specific stores. So us coming in and launching a Mastercraft store at that time was not a big deal. We started off with 10% market share. Fast forward 8 years, we were 70% market share. So we killed it.
Now, like how big was wakeboard boat sales like back then? I mean, I know they're huge now, but like back in the 90s and stuff, it was
got
just
your
coming
skin
out,
on
right?
ticket.
So I
was
was
more
selling
risky.
double the amount of what we sell now in Chicago.
Okay.
So like to now they're a lot more money. It's a little different clientele. Then I mean you could come out of college and buy a $40,000 Mastercraft, and you know you could finance that. Now it's a little bit different world.
Now it's like
Now you
razors.
got-
Everybody finds
Now
these
you add a
razors.
3 in front of it, you know, like no joke, you know, so it's crazy.
But I stayed with Mastercraft forever. You know, we ended up in the fallout of 2008, had to sell the dealership. 2009, the economy, everything in Chicago.
Probably just made sense then, right?
Yeah, it was just tough.
Smart just come out even, you know, instead of like under and just
Yeah.
kind of walk away from it neutrally.
Did you do it early on, or did you wait till you were
No.
hemorrhaging?
No, I did it early, and
Yeah.
we did it early. We got rid of the property, and we kind of, liquidated assets and we were fine. And then
Yeah.
I ended up becoming manufacturer's rep. So I was like a Fountain manufacturer's rep. So I sold to the dealerships.
That's awesome, man.
You were traveling so much. That sucked.
I've always been a fan of Fountain. I'm shocked at what their resale value is. I always am because I think they're great boats. I think
Sure.
they handle big chop like amazingly. Jessie Keenan, shout out to Jessie. I
Love
wish
you, Jessie.
I wish your boat was still running, buddy, dude, because that was Party Central. But man, that thing, I
awesome,
mean,
yeah.
even on a 35-mile-per-hour wind
You're the
day,
party
dude,
yourself.
yeah, it just cut right through that
Yeah,
stuff.
You're the party.
Yeah,
You're still the party, Jess.
I had an opportunity through those years. I raced outer limit boats across the country, so offshore to 51-foot outer limits at 170
So you
miles
see
an
where
hour.
all my turn-ons are now, right? You get it, how it's like kind of a mutual
I
thing
see this,
going
I
back
see
and
it.
forth? Yeah.
I think 2005, Red Bull was like, hey, Michelini, why don't you come up to the Snowmobile World Finals and come out there and hang out? So I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. Lehigh Valley, we're
Yeah.
just like chilling. And then they're like, hey, why don't you take out one of these snowmobiles? I'm like, I've never ridden a snowmobile. I don't want to ride a snowmobile. It's snow.
He
Dude,
hates
it's fun as
snow.
hell though, right?
He really hates snow.
I do too.
So
I love
they
it.
give me gives me and my crew like snowmobiles to ride around. So we do like 4 laps on the track or whatever. We've ridden dirt bikes, and I'm like, all right, how much for like 4 of them?
Sold.
So not a week later, we're driving to Aurora, Minnesota to pick these things up, like 10 hours away. We go straight from Red Bull headquarters in Minnesota to a hill cross track race, like all within 10 hours. So now I'm racing like pro, because these are like the best, these are the best fucking snowmobiles you can buy.
He's like, I rode it 10 hours ago. I'm going pro. Here it is.
It is, because these sleds qualified only into that class, so you couldn't race down. So I got like these dragon
Can we go
buttons,
back
I got
and
all this
forth to
crazy
Mark's right
crap.
now,
Yeah.
real quick?
Yeah, good.
I gotta show the Mick. I gotta show the Mick, baby.
Yeah, any pictures you want to show, pull them up, because, obviously watching us is cool, but seeing what we're talking about is even cooler.
So
Yeah, this is awesome.
there happened to be a snowcross track right down the street from my dealership. So I was like, we're sponsoring a team. And we put together a team of like 6 to 8 guys that we just went and we raced every freaking weekend and went nuts. I had boats on the snow.
Lords of Aurora Town over here.
There it is, rocking the Mastercraft right there, Like,
So how did you guys do with the racing, being brand new to it and then hopping right in 10 hours
I mean, we were pretty intense. I was pretty fit back then. So, I mean, we would get, we weren't first and second, but we were third, fourth, fifth.
Were you pulling off big triples your first race?
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, send it. I was more like, I don't want to get hurt, so I just like point at the crowd and like be like showboating, like kicking it out a little bit. I like that. That was more my style.
That's awesome, man.
And then so we get to this first race, and we're in Duluth, Minnesota, and one of my friends is like a semi-pro or pro, I guess, and we line up to the first start, and we have these brand new sleds. We just bought them. We're at the starting line. We're hitting it. He hits the first blind jump. So you're going up the hill, and you're blind jumping about 120 feet. And he hits it and does a front flip. Flips over. The next snowmobile behind him runs right into his brand new ski. Parts everywhere. Whole disaster. We're running up the hill. Whatever. We're like, is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay? He comes out. He's like, hey, man. Hey, I'm fine. He waves. This is like 100 feet away. So then my other buddy who's been racing for a long time too, and I'm like, I just bought this stupid
Yeah, there you go.
snowmobile like a little bit ago, right? And I'm like, and so he's like, whatever you do, just stay on the fucking gas. Just stay on the fucking gas. And I'm like,
So he left the gas in the middle there, and that's how he's home.
yeah, because the track sets up
geez. So
and forward momentum.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thinking like a tire.
Kinda like
if you don't
dirt
hit the
bike,
gas on a
yeah.
dirt bike,
Yeah.
So with a track, especially a
thing.
big long track, he just did a front flip.
With all the weight in the front end too, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure,
so
right.
So I made it through that race. I didn't do very good in that thing. I was kind of a little like, oh man, we just bought all these things and we already destroyed them. But then I realized that snowmobile racing is you destroy everything every weekend.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of racing in general, though.
Right, yeah, for
So
sure.
hard on things, man.
and then he was a bad influence on me.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so then.
That looks like that one from that guy. You guys seen that YouTube video with that guy, the mullet, and he's like, just end it. He's in that old beater.
No,
We did.
it was like a hot tub time machine, like scene looking for the
man.
great
I've
white
had one of
buffalo.
those
Oh,
parties.
We've jacked our
yes,
pool to like
yes.
110 degrees and fully had it sponsored by Rockstar Energy. That just completely. We're on the river with our pool and we had it all sponsored, all the flags, everything, the cups. Like we had leak ovation of like the body painter. So I had like every girl and I was like, you need to take your clothes off because you need to be body painted. And
We're gonna need to do a live show with this, like this picture here.
oh, I was thinking about having hot tub
Wait,
party.
give him time to see this picture here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
pretty
very
sure
nice.
most of those girls. We're back to that broken oar crew right there of girls that are ready to come out to Vegas anytime.
This is how my Chi-Town girls and I roll, you know.
We call those hot and readies.
Yeah. So, I mean, we do it all. This was for all the Hooter shoots.
Look
for
at this.
Susan Coleman Hooter shoot. So my Porsche sponsor was Swiss Automations in Barrington, Illinois.
That looks like so much fun.
He is one of the.
Is this you showing
a
off your
big-
butt over here?
You like that? But yeah, he was one of our greatest sponsors, and we had a blast. Most of the time, there wouldn't be enough snow, so we would do barrel races or radar runs with the snowmobile. But most of the girls would bring out like their guys' snowmobiles, and then that's why I had to like rock the old school, because every girl brought out like their hubbies, and I was like, I'm gonna beat all your guys' asses, and I'm gonna get first place on the shit.
That's awesome. Did you?
I got second.
I didn't put enough gas in it.
And the only thing that I forgave him was because the girl that got first place that beat me by seriously like 0.02 seconds, like
0.02 ounces of fuel?
It was fucking ridiculousness because my first time was awesome, but then she got me on the second one, and it was my girlfriend. So if it wasn't my girlfriend, I would have a fucking hard time with it. But
She had a hard time.
first and second, I'm okay. But there was two of those, and yeah, the second run.
Is that like an 89
it
SRV?
ra-
What is it?
Yeah,
I
but
think it's like 86.
let me tell you about this old school around those barrels, okay? Compared to a new sled.
Hey, it's newer than the Carver.
I spanked those barrels.
Like when you drove by them?
I've watched so many girls. Remember that one girl? She launched over the side and then went into the wall and
She flipped her husband's like brand new sled. I was like, yep,
got,
that's
like,
why I didn't bring the good
fast
ones. I was like, you can destroy these all you want. Hit the barrel. I don't care.
Oh, that's awesome.
You guys got a lot of good stories here. What else? Give us some more.
Some of our new toys.
What's this new toy here?
That's the new Stang.
Oh.
Those are the two new toys right there, actually. It's
There
our
they are.
white collection here.
Is that what you are?
We're far from white and pure. It's kind of deformating our character a little bit, but I'm going to roll with it.
That's why they all have black wheels.
You can't see the water
you got
spots
Team
as
Ford over here right
bad,
now.
okay?
Do you feel like privileged when you pull up to lights in these things?
Well, yeah, especially when
A little white privilege?
I miss there it is.
There's the pre-runner.
There's the pre-runner
there
we
it is.
just
Old school
sold.
Desert Freaks ride there.
So
Yeah.
What was done to this thing?
That one had a FabTech like 9-inch front, and then it just had different leaf springs in the back, full fiberglass around.
Dude, we should have went out and made some trophy burrow videos before you got rid of
I
it.
Well,
know
we
because
should've.
this,
We had some
this
good
is an
ones.
OG original. Like their Instagram, I posted it and tagged them, and they're like, "Oh my God, that was like one of our
With
first
Fat- with
builds."
FabTech?
No, with Desert Freaks or whoever they
Yeah,
are.
Desert
Desert
Freaks.
Freaks, yeah.
Yeah.
How
we
fast
took-
could that maintain speed through whoops?
Pretty. So if you're on like the outside, so we did like the Mint 400 track with it, or most of it except for the really hard rock stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're like on the whoops that are right over there by the highway, I mean, with 30, 40 miles an hour, and they're pretty good. I mean, it's sailing pretty good.
Are those 35s?
Those are 35s, yeah. So if you're aired down enough, it was good. And then, I bought a Expedition. I took the motor out and I had it all resealed and all,
Yeah,
and the
let's pick
trans
it
and
up,
everything done,
drove it.
and the motor, and then put it back into this is another 4.6.
But you know how
Slow.
excited those kids were when they got the shell just to pull it, and we told them they could have that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It just happened real quick.
So it was a fun truck, but I mean, I broke axles. We didn't ride it soft. I never got to put a stereo in it even.
Who tuned the suspension on that?
Me, I would say less than tuning. I would say.
It's like the
I would
kit
say
was installed.
Right.
kit was installed. I was fighting a couple different camber issues on it that I couldn't get to pan out right, and so I kind of just was like, kind of lost interest.
And just ran with what you had.
Right.
There it is.
Off road it was fine, but going down the highway at 55, it was like, really likes to go left.
Did you guys ever do some drag racing?
I have not.
Once I stirred away from the street racing.
But you got legal.
I did start kart racing, I had a,
Pre-Fast and the Furious, or
that was a bad influence.
I think it was in
And I was
every
like,
town, America,
yeah.
USA.
I had a Dodge Neon.
Shit, it still is.
Yeah, I had a Dodge Neon
SRT,
RT.
yeah.
I had the
The
RT,
RT,
the
but turbo,
99
right?
off the showroom.
No,
Non-turbo, and I ran 12.3 with the quarter mile without a turbo, which
That's pretty fucking
I was
good.
very impressed.
Yeah, where
okay?
was that at?
In Cali.
12.3.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, I was. I had it so bored out, stripped, like chipped, everything.
How much
Like,
horsepower in that thing?
It was like 210.
5.
No, it was.
That,
no, it wasn't.
that
It
time
was,
is
it
the
was
struggle for the SRT4s that are built up on drag radials and solid
because you could do
axles.
so much with the RT. I would blow head gaskets left and right until I bought a Summit Racing aftermarket. I never had a problem, but the Mopar ones, I would blow like left and right. I would take it to the track, Eclipses, Camaros. I would have a field
I know.
day.
I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
you
see.
got a
You
video
don't
of
even.
it.
I'm
having a hard time with that one. I don't want to call BS,
Find
but
it,
I
yeah.
gotta find the neon now, and I just showed
I
my
mean, because
girlfriend.
I remember when that whole craze was going on in the mid 2000s when that car first came out. You know,
Listen, I had like 4
I
RTs
think it
to
was like
survive this
98 or
fucking one.
something.
It was a 99. It was a 99. It was
the
blue
12s.
with silver racing
I drove it. It was
stripes.
slow.
Because you're the one that helped me drop the new motor in, and the timing was off 2 chips that I just
now
sold the
it
motor
was what is
to.
it,
Thank
12
you.
in the 8th mile? Because that would
That
make
makes
more
sense.
sense.
No, and then.
Yeah,
so,
8th mile's real big back east.
So that's when I totally souped it up.
Because your
Before-
vet is like 1160. And that's, I mean, he's got 600 horsepower. That thing's built
My
for drag.
shittiest time was 14 like 2
Okay.
with it on the quarter mile, but I would play like this
Yeah,
dumb
I'd picture a 14 to 16
I
in that
would
car.
I would play this dumb chick and like have a tank top on, and like you can't drag race with a tank top on. You have to have a t-shirt, full sleeves. So first I'd come in like I'm a tank top, right? Like I don't know nothing, right? And then I would be like, well, you can't race without a shirt. So then I put my t-shirt on, and then they like pop your hood, and I'm like, my dad told me never to pop my hood and show what I have underneath the hood, right?
I like it.
Then I would get to the line and like, oh shit, like pretend like I don't know how to drive
So you're
stick it
saying
out,
you were
right?
sandbagging, basically.
I was sandbagging like no other, but listen, those $300-400 races, 2 or 3 races
It sounds
a day,
like the opening
I
race
had
of Fast and Furious right
no
now.
problem taking their money, especially those little eclipses. Okay, I just drove it better.
Do you guys have an RT Neon that did 12 seconds? Let us know.
We need to know because I know somebody right now I just sold my motor to, and he just
Unicorn.
was the one that just
Right.
told me about the.
No, I mean, it would make sense in the
You know.
in the 8th mile for sure, not the quarter mile though.
I never did too much drag racing. I did autocross though.
Oh,
That's-
you
yeah,
just
that's
caught
my
Chris's
cup of
ear
tea,
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Tell me
it.
more.
Yeah, now we're at the track.
Absolutely.
I'm more of
would-
I'm more of like a what I enjoy driving more than anything else is
Oh,
like
God.
an older BMW.
Clown cars.
So
Clown
We're
cars.
talking like an E36.
No, like clown cars.
I've
We're
had
talking older than that.
E36, I've had E30, I've had
Yeah.
540s. So just
They're
you
great
know,
handling cars, man. It doesn't take a lot for them. They're very light.
Yeah, that was I did that with a high school buddy of mine. We would go out and we'd just do time trial, drive the same car. You know, we owned it together.
They would drive it though, so guess if it broke down, who had to go and get them with their purple check?
I've been there before. You go rent the U-Haul trailer to pick up the car, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well,
But
we had
nothing-
we had an
yeah.
awesome flatbed trailer, so I didn't
okay.
understand why they never took it there. They just drove it.
Chris,
like
you
it
had to
was
get a
off.
girlfriend with a purple
They had
truck.
confidence. They had confidence.
I don't know. There was something about that. I mean, I took mine to Colorado, you know, raced it out there in the Ultimate Streetcar Challenge and drove it home. It was like
You
a
want
goal.
it. You want it. Yeah, you want
know?
it. The goal
Yeah,
is to drive it home.
Dude, it's exhilarating. Like, you know,
Of course, I drove over
You have
all the
faith. You
all the
have faith in
limits of the
yourself.
car, and so you know, so basically, I came off track in the car. Lucky I didn't hit a tree. You know, these stories all seem to repeat themselves in
Right?
some way
a
or
lot
another.
of crashing going on here.
If you drive everything to its possible limit, things are going to happen.
Yeah, that's how you find the limits. That's how you train yourself to be better too, you know?
Right.
And then you're more recognized if you get in that same situation. Sometimes it'll help you get out of it. So, hell yeah, that's what makes it so much fun and addicting. You know, is finding that limit and getting that rush, especially when nothing happens. You're like, okay, all right, I see what I send it there. Let me fix that next time. You know, change your level of full send. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wish I had pictures of it because I made him like buy me 3 other ones so I could keep this one alive because I bought it off the showroom in '99.
I just saw a picture of a turkey and it completely reminded me of that scary movie too. And then use your strong hand. Sorry, anyways, go back.
It reminded
We just
it
got
reminded me
done
of the
talking about
turkey
that
on
news
Thanksgiving at the
today.
dunes that I wouldn't touch. Remember that? My sister's like, pull the guts out, and I'm like, no, it's looking at me. I was so high, dude.
Oh yeah, there's our crazy daughter right there, just ripping around the outlaw.
Oh yeah, so if you guys didn't know, this girl with this smoking hot body right here is a mom.
Thanks. Yeah, she's definitely my rock star. She looks just like Shirley Temple, but she's like, I'm the dirty Shirley, and I was like, no, you're not. Wait. She's like, but I like getting dirty, so like I'm not like the tap shoe Shirley Temple. I like to go.
I mean,
off-roading.
I'm not mad about that name.
Right, so
That's-
I'm not against
that's-
it, right? But I'm like,
It kind of sounds badass, actually.
when you get older, you'll understand what a dirty Shirley is. Can you be like
Sounds
the
like a drink.
So now
Right.
she calls herself the Crooked Temple, which is fine because
Crooked
it's
Temple.
the Crooked
Okay, I
Temple.
got you.
Because I was like, until you get older, you'll figure out what a dirty Shirley is. Now I order them all the time at the bar, but
So how old's your daughter?
she is 14,
Just one child?
just one.
All right.
She's one and done, and she's my miracle baby. So
So speaking of smoking hot body, you did modeling too.
I did.
Let's see some modeling pictures, because you know the guys love that.
I was like,
I'm sure Mark likes it too. Stay tuned. Hold on, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there.
So with all your modeling stuff, did you work for a variety of different people? I'm
Look
assuming.
at my little rock star.
that's
Look,
adorable.
just that's so cute, right?
With
like
a pocket bike.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are hard to ride. Was she get on it?
Yeah, instant crash.
Yeah, I had to
machine,
take
yeah.
I had to take the training wheels off because she was like, they're messing me up, and I was like, she pulled a 9/16 thing on me.
Okay, maybe they're just hard to ride when you're like 6'3".
Right.
Yes. This kid is crazy. Look at this, okay? Like, she's crazy.
Dude, that's awesome.
Right, her feet are up, so like she's riding it.
You know, I still have a little crotch truck. I have a 87 Yamaha YSR 50 still.
Shut up,
Yeah,
really?
in my backyard.
Look at- look at-
That's
fun, dude.
actually the, yeah.
I had to do the
actually
whole
know what that
underglow-
is.
I had to do the whole underglow thing for her, and
that's dope.
just totally rock starred out.
Yeah, my buddy had bought one, so then I found one, and then we would take them up in the canyons all the time up in Utah.
Oh.
It was so much fun.
Oh, here's I like my rock star picture. That's my little hottie right there, Danny. She's got her own podcast too.
Yeah, who's she?
It's
Why isn't she
it's
here?
the Love Cast with Danny.
Why haven't you brought her to the lake? She's kind of cute.
I know she's 4'11" too. She is pocket size.
What?
Yeah, she just started seeing somebody. I actually like him, so I don't advertise her anymore as my super talent.
Off the
but-
market.
Well, you can advertise her podcast.
She was supposed to
You can
come
do
out
that,
tomorrow night too, but I guess maybe this weekend.
What's going on tomorrow night?
Oh, we thought we were going to have some people over at the boat until Child told us that she has graduation on Thursday. I was like, aw.
Aren't you supposed to know these things as the parent, though?
They didn't
know.
email me. I actually emailed them today and I was like, so what's going on Thursday?
I know the school's communication right now with COVID and all that's crazy. Like,
Half the parents are home like, where's my child at? they're graduating.
Half the teachers don't know what's really going on either. They're like, okay, so this is what they're doing. Have you checked out their homework? Has it been turned in? No. She says they turned it in, but you say they didn't. Then 5 hours later, oh, it's turned in. Like there's
Yeah,
no,
so
there's
you
no.
like rip your kid an asshole, like a total new asshole, and you're like, it's not. It says it right.
They're like, no, I didn't. And you're like, you're lying. And they're like,
She's,
no, I'm
crying,
not.
and
You're
she
like,
doesn't
go to your room.
cry, so it's like it has to be like seriously like done because she's crying. So she's fallen and like blood everywhere, and I'm like, do you like candy? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, I'll give you candy. Just stop crying because you're not dying. And she's like, okay, okay. This is my newest one.
Look at you there.
Yeah, that's my newest one. I'm
It's good lighting. Who's the photographer?
His name's Chris Sabota. He actually is a realtor and does realting photos.
That's my
and
competition.
stuff.
Hey,
But
Chris.
he's in Chicago, so don't worry, okay? He's on the Fox River.
You guys
he's in
could
Illinois,
cross-market.
All right.
Hey,
He does
over
come
to
out here
EXP.
once in a while, though.
Chris, come over to EXP. We'll show you what's up.
But I'm actually advertising for HO Skis for their brand new knee board, which is actually my
Pano lock? Is that their
Yeah, that's
thing?
a panel lock. So
What is that?
My husband's and my we share a male best friend. I call him husband number 2.
Is that his penis?
That's funny. So we laugh all the time because my husband's like the hard one that's like tough love.
He's the hard one.
He is the hard one, okay?
Not the male best friend.
Yeah. So like I told my daughter,
The limp one.
my daughter,
He's lucid, yeah.
they have raised my daughter since she was 2 years old. So it's these two guys.
This has to be one of the funnier podcasts we've done.
It is. It's like two men and a little lady. So I was like, shit, if I end up dying of cancer, at least she'll be okay because we have Frankie. I love you, Frankie, but you are like, you know, the love bug of the side. And then that's my polite way of saying it. And then there's Mark, who's just hard and like, you're failing. You can do it. Try harder. And then
That's
she's
the
like,
dad I
"Yes."
grew up with.
Right?
You're gonna cry? I'll give you something to cry about.
Exactly. And then Frankie's like, I need you to do your homework. What other candy can I give you? Can I make you a smoothie? You know, like.
Yeah.
But he's 55 years old doing double backflips right now and still fully sponsored and just signed another new contract. Congratulations, Frankie.
Wow.
This is
With
wakeboarding,
HO.
right?
This is kneeboarding. He is a
Kneeboarding.
world legend kneeboarder, Frankie Pano.
Are you kidding me?
That is our best friend.
Awesome.
So this is his new board that just got released, and after all these
I think
years,
he's on 10 years of having his own pro-level board and panel lock.
panel
and
lock, a shock
So
absorber.
what's this
for
panel
knees.
lock? What's this panel lock? Is this
that's just how you hold yourself to
that's the
knee.
strap?
That's the
Yeah.
strap.
Okay.
It's an amazing
The
strap.
board is the agent, but it's his pro model.
So if you guys are into kneeboarding, go check out this new board. Where can they get this thing?
You can actually buy it on Walmart.com even. Yeah.
I didn't even
if
know
you-
this is a thing still.
If you go on HO website even, it's the Frankie Pano edition.
Right? It was so
all the
cool when I was
panel
a kid. My
locks.
uncle would do a 360.
What, you said
On
it
a
has
keyboard.
Oh,
suspension.
Like,
my
whoa.
five-year-old,
Got
my
suspension?
five-year-old nephew does that like all day long. All right, Eli, much love. I love you, my little Eli.
Shout out to my Uncle
Ripper.
Gene doing the 360s
Yes.
on the kneeboard.
It has an
Bear Lake.
inflatable shock that goes in between your legs and your butt that allows you to get bigger air. But I mean,
Wait, how does this work?
Yeah, it's called a Pano shock. Actually, my best,
So there's a rod, there's a shock rod up your butt. What's going on?
No, it's an
The
air
way-
rod. It's an air rod.
Like the way your knee
Air rod.
is, like your knees sit.
Yeah.
You know when you hit it,
Yeah.
you can't absorb it in the knees.
I can't take
in-
anything you
in
guys say
the
serious.
butt too much. Okay, it's like too much in the butt.
Can
in the
we
knees,
like
yeah?
patent this for the bedroom? What's going on?
So when you're like hitting it so
Yeah.
hard, okay. There's an absorber that just makes it a little.
I don't know if you can play a
softer.
video, but just search Frankie Pano
Yeah, can
kneeboarding
we?
on there. You
Can we
can
search
you can
that?
see what it actually looks like.
We'll
let's pull
describe
up
it to you.
Frankie.
We'll describe it for you.
Because I told him I was doing this podcast tonight, and he was so proud of me.
I
'cause
think there's one that's not.
he's actually the one that I did my first podcast with.
Frankie
Yeah.
Pano, like that?
At West Rock, Wake Park,
Just put
there in Crystal Lake,
Pano
Illinois.
kneeboarding. Then search video. Go video. Yeah, it should be.
Oh yeah, there's one of
This
his
one right here?
boards right there. Yeah.
Look for one that's actual.
2019?
Like a
What
lowdown.
kind of
Do
YouTube?
the lowdown.
Yeah, the lowdown.
Oh, the
is
lowdown.
fun, Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys, we can't share this
So-
with you. Well, you get like 10. You get like 5 seconds. Yeah.
Well, we
unfortunately,
own
the
copyrights.
copyright.
We own copyrights on this, though. These are our videos. But I
it's-
guess you don't want to advertise that, though,
Well,
honey.
no,
I
it's,
mean,
it's tough with
that's-
it's tough with YouTube because they'll flag it. Does he ever come out here?
Yeah, actually, we plan on having him out here soon, and then possibly having
Memorial
Chris.
soon.
I know. We're going to California.
Frankie.
Get over here. Come on, Frankie.
Well, you're gonna miss.
I'm thinking
well,
more.
You're gonna miss Memorial
I'm
Day.
thinking
like me.
more of a
What?
Labor Day thing, Frankie, because I know I'm going to see you in 2 weeks when I leave my husband to come and visit you for 10 days with child.
Well, you guys gonna be out of town for Memorial?
It's such a busy time.
What?
We're going to Cali.
What?
We're going to go drink wine
I'm
and
so fired.
be weird. Well, we were supposed to go to Havasu, and then nobody came up with plans. So then we decided, like a couple of days ago, with my boat
Plan is
sister.
it's boating. Like Memorial Day is opening season for boating, guys. Opening season.
And now I'm going to have
It's
my
all I
opening boat
need.
season with my new boating sister, Amber. What is Amber's Instagram?
I don't know if she wants you to do that there.
She'll probably kill me, actually. Or Jason will, one or the other. But Jason was the one that
Don't
was
look
sitting
for
on
Amber
top
on
of that boat. That was Jason. I know, she's like super talent, so yeah, she'd probably kill me.
So I love talking about all these boats. Mark, so you still sell boats?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
So, like, what can you provide our watchers here, like our viewers? What's going on?
I work for Boating Lake Mead, and we have multiple different brands here in town. We have the two marinas, Las Vegas Boat Harbor, and Lake Mead Marina.
So you work for George, huh? Isn't it George? that owns-
There's multiple family members. It's third generation. They've owned the marinas for 67 years.
Yeah.
And then I work in town.
I gotta get those guys on the show, right? I
It's-
should.
You need to get Betty out here. You got to get Betty OG. She loves you. She loves me.
Put
I
in a
love
good word with
her.
them for the show.
Yeah.
Say you gotta come on the show.
So I actually work in town on Boulder Highway at our 4290, which is our retail center. So
Oh, I know a few girls that work on that corner.
I'm sure you do.
I'm not that bad, you guys. Stop it.
You're doing this to yourself right now.
I know.
He's waiting until this is over for me to still send him those numbers.
So we sell
Actually, I went on a hot date tonight.
pretty much
last night.
any kind
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Shout out to my date last night.
Yeah, cheers to that one. It must have been good because he's actually saying something, so. Cheers.
Cheers, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, all good. I mean, we help people out with boats and put people in what they want. You know.
So you guys don't any, like, are you stuck to a brand now, or?
Yeah, well, we have multiple brands. So we have Mastercraft, we have Bennington Pontoons, Bayliner, Boston Whaler.
Benningtons are badass, right?
Don't even hate on the heyday, okay? We have
Haven't gotten there yet.
heyday in my bathtub seats, okay? Just tell them about the bathtub seats.
I need to know about these bathtub. Wait,
What's going on here?
are these
Yeah.
seats like in the water? In the
No.
wet bathtub seats.
So in the back of a Heyday on each side of the motor, there's two seats, so you can sit in like a forward-facing or rear-facing seat.
like lounge seats.
Yeah. So in the back of an
Yes.
inboard, typically you know how it's just a swim pad.
Right.
They have recessed seats on each side, so you can actually.
So it's
sit
like
back
the
down.
only boat that you can actually sit in like reverse.
Like right down in
Okay,
the
like
water.
reverse cowboy.
Like
Yeah,
down where the swim deck is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome, right? Because everybody
Like
like
right in the
talks
back of a
crap
station
about
wagon.
the heyday. But I was like, but can you do this?
Dude, my yeah.
It's
Dude,
perfect,
My
right?
aunt had one of those, dude.
Wasn't that the best time?
Oh yeah.
Waving at everybody, trying to get everybody home.
We actually used to fight over the back seat. You should fight over the front seat. We fought
Oh
over that
yeah,
back
with
seat.
the reverse seats.
Or face backwards. Yeah.
Yes,
like
I
an
love
old
it.
Pontiac.
Stand there and you like, you know.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I've definitely gotten in trouble being a kid in the back of one of those before.
Yeah, and then the person comes up.
Because it's always fun to flip people off. you
Grand
know?
Give
Pyrenees
them
or
the
something,
bird.
wasn't it? With the Pontiac Grand Pyrenees or Pyrenees?
I know they had the Bonneville and then the Le Mans and
like the windows,
God.
like the windows, like it was like a motorhome in the middle of that.
No, it was like this
family
weird
truck.
I know
station
what you're
wagon.
talking about. There's-
Yeah, we had the station
Yeah, it was a
wagon thing
station
that
wagon,
had
it
seat
had
belts.
Yeah,
and
the station wagon.
what
Yeah,
is-
and the
well,
back
the
seat.
Buick,
Yeah,
the Buick
yeah,
Roadmaster
like the
had a
hatchback.
big, the Buick Roadmaster had a huge station wagon too. I don't know. I just remember because that's
had
what
one
we
that
had. That's
Yeah, my
Yeah,
aunt
one
had
that split, like what? Split, spit, spit. It's the whiskey.
there's no spitting here. No spitting here.
Well, that sucks. You got to keep it wet.
How do you like that drink I made you?
All right, valid point. Valid point.
All right.
Nailed it.
So,
This
answer
is
my
Myra's
question earlier.
fault.
That's how he keeps it wet.
Wait for it.
As long as
He's
it's
about
not
to,
tequila. He's
just-
like, you're gonna go tequila me again? I'm like, no.
So is it all new boats, used boats? What's going on? Supply, like parts. What's going on?
Everything. We do service. We do new boats. We do used. You know, we have Yamaha. We have Wave Runners. We have rentals. Everything under the sun.
We got rentals.
Yes, we do. We have rentals.
So guys, if your friends are coming in on a big weekend and looking to rent a boat too, boat.
Yeah.
And
jet
skis?
skis, pontoons,
Anything.
little speedboats. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do they get hold of you?
BoatingLakeMead.com.
I'm gonna. These are my notes so I can.
Put that link below.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for us to butt heads.
We're
because
totally
we
getting the
keep getting
truffle shuffle
closer,
here.
like,
Yeah, definitely truffle shuffle.
just
Keep
gonna,
trying to
like,
kiss
just
my
gonna-
ear and
gonna-
stuff. I don't know.
Just gonna lean against
I know. I
you.
kind of like this whole sharing and sharing thing. You know.
Close quarters. It's always fun.
So boatinglakemead.com.
Yes, sir.
Tell them Mark sent you.
Yeah.
For sure. Ask for Mark, you guys.
Mark Michelini.
Don't screw him out of his commission.
I wish. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure you can screw him out of anything.
I pay for all my own shit. I am very proud of that, and that's why he's probably still married to me.
He's like, I don't need you. I'm an independent woman. Shoes on my feet. I bought them.
You know, I try to give him, like, I do. I honestly, I talk my shit. I say, like, I choose to have you. I don't need you. But then at night, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm fucking cold. And I'm like, where's my teddy bear? I need to, like, and I was telling you about that whole, like, cricket, you know, grasshopper thing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's what you need.
I bet you guys are wondering what that is, huh?
So you missed that before the show. Q, fill it in.
You know, when your significant other uses you as a body pillow, but then you're like trying to get comfortable, so you just wrap your legs around and you're like comfortable too, so you start just kind of doing one of these.
Is that a violin?
My hand's open, okay? You dirty bird.
Yeah, what's that hand doing?
And then
Where's
it
that other
just
hand?
slowly just rubs on the leg, so you just have to make sure your shit is smooth at all times when you're trying to be like a grasshopper or a cricket.
I would think if it's smooth, there's no noise, but if there's hair, then the cricket comes out.
I guess kind of, but you're still doing like the moments of it's just like that.
Do you make the noise when you do that too?
Sometimes.
Usually she just snores.
Yeah, I do.
Cue Ben Ellingson's cricket noise.
I totally snore with my mouth open.
That was like a
We
pigeon,
like poke each
pigeon
other.
mating call
We
right
do.
there.
We poke each other.
Dude, we were talking about this the other day. There was a video we came across of these guys. You know how birds will do mating dances? They'll like put on a show, they'll dance, puff their chests out, right? So these people, they got onesies and they started going around in like colleges, and they were just messing around with hot girls as they came up, and they just start battling each other, doing these dances around the girls, and
We decided we were going to start doing this.
we did start doing.
Check out my wings.
We were laughing so hard, man. We just every person that came around, we would just go at it and start making the noises and flapping our arms.
Where was
I
this
mean,
at?
we were
Yeah.
we went to the Hideaway, which is like right next to my old house. A friend of mine, shout out to Ghost Town Riders, a country band that does a bunch of shows around here. My girl Avery Hart, she sings. She's a lead
Did
vocalist.
you just say Avery Hart?
I know
Is
it.
it another cousin?
That's her stage name, and so it's not her real last name.
Okay.
So, but that's another funny story
Wait,
too.
Did
Yeah.
she get the
That's
stage
her-
name before she met you?
Yes, she did. Yeah. I know it. It's hilarious. So yeah, we're basically cousins, and I mean.
Now we have,
I'm not
like,
gonna
a
call her
new-
cousin. That'd be weird, but.
Yeah.
Kissing cousins.
Because apparently she's super hot.
Those kissing cousins, you know.
No
We won't even talk about that,
She's-
Shelly, okay?
Yeah, so we were over there watching her perform, first show they've done since COVID and all that, and we were just trying to hype it up, having a lot of fun, and we were all dancing and doing bird calls, and then it just got even worse when we went to the next place, and it was a good ass time, man. I love being around this dude. He cracks me up. We like feed off each other's energies, and
You do. You guys like kind of self-entertain each other. I mean, I totally, completely self-entertain myself. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm bored. What can I do? Never bored. As he's smiling, he's like, true story.
man, I tend to have like a social battery, and when it runs out, like I'm done. Like there's nothing I can take any upper you want. I'm done.
He does
like
the
that's
same
it.
thing.
But I get around him though. There's certain people that have certain energies and positivity
It
and
does,
whatnot,
it, like-
and it keeps me going. It's like having, it's like a solar panel.
Keep on
for,
hitting him and like touching him. I'm like, hey, cousin.
I didn't even notice. I'm too busy worrying about my hands.
And I'm like finger spanking his knee.
Definitely working the hands.
It's not kissing cousins here, all right?
I don't even know how we got.
I
on this
was
tangent,
actually
but
debating
you
about
guys
wearing
should-
my floral shirt though, so we could like.
But that can be, like a special thing for you guys. Next time you're out and about, and you want to have some private time, start making some bird calls to each other. We'll know what's up. You know what I mean? It'd be a little secret thing. Hey, we got to leave them alone. It's like the equivalent of the sock on the door.
and you'll just be like quiet.
I think
You'll
this
just
is going to be a
like,
new like show thing. Like if you're on the lake or you're at the dunes and you hear somebody, you
Yeah.
have to do it back. Okay, so when you hear it, you got to do it back.
the
So if you hear it like across the lake, we want to hear it back.
And I'm gonna go.
What's your bird noise? What you
Yeah,
got?
what is it? What is it? Come on.
Put him on the spot.
What is it?
What'd you use to get her?
I don't know what a bird. I mean, maybe it's a duck call.
A
That's
dog-
still a bird, right?
Yeah, it still is. Or
It's waterfowl.
I don't know how to make a duck call. Come on.
what about like, or something like,
Can you guys do any voices at all? Any impersonations or anything like that?
I can't.
Oh, I can, but I'm on the spot, so I definitely can't right now. So,
right.
all those people who didn't come on tonight, okay, I will have my stage fright on that.
So check it out. Just in the middle of our conversation, just when you feel it,
Just
bring it
just
out.
come on.
Yeah.
All right. We definitely need Lena on this one. She has so many good different voices.
Who's this? Your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She does like Angelica from the Rugrats, like.
Wow, I'm surprised she knows
Gigi-
that at 14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
impressive. She
Right.
actually has the sweatpants and like a tie-dye shirt too. And I was like,
Was that still on when she was born?
no, but
No,
she
right?
loves them.
She kept her
She's an
hand-me-downs
old-
is what it was.
Right.
Did you
No,
give her all
it
your...
wasn't. It wasn't my shit. Okay, it was not my hand-me-downs. But you can ask my husband. It could have been, but it's not.
Did you guys used to
We
have the
don't
garbage?
throw anything away.
I don't.
No.
I have like 3 walk-in closets, and he's like, this stuff still has tags on it. I'm like, exactly. I'm waiting for the right moment.
Exactly. That's why I got the shirt on right now. You know? You ha-
Exactly. Exactly.
If anyone needs new clothes, stop
It's
by their house.
It's like a Kevin Hart thing. I'm like, you've been exactly. Gunga Barbie.
Anything else exciting we haven't covered about you two?
I don't know.
Any
There's
like
always-
future
there's-
plans? What's your
there's-
future
there's
plans?
always
Because
tomorrow,
you've gotten
right?
rid of your sand toys. So like any future plans?
We get toys come in and go all the time. So I mean,
We love flipping things.
we always
Or-
have something
And
that we have, or
wrecking.
we're always
Like the bird, they flip the
Or-
bird.
Yeah.
And,
all right. As we get closer to this next fall, there'll probably be some other sand something. I don't know what yet. I just did a couple side-by-side things in Arizona. Not sure yet. We're
oh,
just-
actually, real quick, speaking of side-by-sides, there was a big race over the weekend. If you guys don't know about this, most of you guys probably don't know about this. Check it out online. Instagram, Sand Outlaws.
Why does that sound
Let me make sure I pull it up here and I'm saying it right here. So there's a guy that got really big into sand drag racing. I've never met him personally.
Is this a YOLO guy that jumped over the river this last week? I saw that guy is pretty cool. In that truck.
No, this guy's a straight drag racer, side-by-side drag
Oh.
racer.
Did you see the guy jump over the river
No.
in the
Yeah.
YOLO truck?
Did he make it?
Yeah.
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 And
It, like a
didn't even-
Raptor pre-runner.
Really? And he
Yeah.
cleared the... Yeah.
whatever that pathway is over there in
Cleared
the
it
canal.
so
Yeah.
perfectly that there was not even like a shock like it just hit it and he just cruised.
Some say Gordon's Well. They call it Gordon's Well, but that's like
it was
an area.
It was pretty impressive.
I was pretty
Did that.
impressed. That was another thing.
How
that
far did he clear it?
made me wet?
Not he hit the top lip, but he
Yeah.
had enough suspension.
Most
that
of them
just-
barely
You
pick
hit
it
the
up.
top lip?
Yeah, his rear tires were on the top lip. He
Yeah,
wasn't
most
on
of
the
them,
down.
most barely clear it.
I was
Yeah.
just talking about lips. so. You said hit the top lip,
I was surprised the truck didn't
Lick it
bounce.
or what?
Like for as far and as high as he was, the truck just soaked it up. I was like, damn, that was pretty good.
I was pretty
Soaked up
impressed.
the top lip.
Hey,
It soaked it all up.
right.
Keep
No,
going.
it-
I'm gonna
Keep
pull
on
this.
talking.
Wasn't there
May.
just... Wasn't... And she's like, Tuck,
I was like, wait a minute.
say
wait,
more
what?
things like that.
Yes. I need to go to the bathroom.
So there's, go do your thing. It's you know where it's at.
I'll
So
be
wasn't there
back.
just a kid that just wrecked on doing that jump in a two-seater Razor or?
Russin Graceland, he's cleared it before in a four-seater, and then he just had a really rough landing not too long ago.
I think I saw that one where he kind of flipped it on the bottom.
That kid is amazing. He is something else. Okay, so really quick, up in Utah, at Sand Mountain in Utah. I don't if you've never been there. Sand Mountain is. Everyone says Sand Mountain, and I've been to Sand Mountain, but that's the one in Fallon. Sand Mountain in Utah is at Little Sahara Sand Park. It's a 750-foot tall sand mountain. It's where I grew up riding. There was a huge race there this weekend, Sand Outlaw Series. Check it out on Instagram at Sand Outlaw Series. Looks like stock class first place went to Brandon Restu on a Can-Am. Dooner class first place went to Nicole Survey in a Can-Am. Mod Turbo first place went to James Survey in a Yamaha. YXZ. Outlaw class first place went to Scott Hughes in a Polaris.
Now, just so I know, are we talking about
These
drag
are all
racing?
These are all side-by-sides drag racing up a big hill. Yeah, so these
drag,
guys.
So just like Comp Hill or something like that,
Yeah,
just
so
straight up?
these guys tour around the Sand Outlaw Series. They go to Oregon. They go race up Big Cherry Hill up in Idaho. They go to Sand Mountain in Utah. They come down to Comp Hill at Dumont, and then they do Oldsmobile down in Glamis.
Okay.
So they travel around. There's some big players in the game. Packard Racing up there outside of Salt Lake in Farmington area. Actually, I think their shop's in Bountiful. I grew up with those kids. Racing quads and stuff like that. They're really badass. I mean, 600 horsepower YXZs. They're fast.
Yeah, that's
they're
pretty
insane.
big, yeah.
K&T Performance up there outside of Roy, Utah. Shout out to Race and Randy. Hopefully, have one of those guys on the show one day. And again, some stellar vehicles from these guys. Custom stuff. Anybody checked out my Instagram before? Greedy Bastard LV. Used to see a Razor, $130,000 Razor we had that built by those guys. They had an Arctic Cat Z1 motor in it. Pretty gnarly, 400 horsepower to the ground. And then you get also Greg Biffle, ex-NASCAR racer. He owns Pace Off-Road. He brings out the Z1 racing cars too. There's some big hitters in the game. So, we intend to take the show on a tour. We're going to go up to Salt Lake sometime soon and visit all those, because a couple of those builders are up there, K&T, Packard. Pace is down south, so we'll have to go down and visit them too. They actually bought that big shop down in Glamis behind the sand store. Greg Biffle bought that big warehouse back there. But yeah, a really cool sport. Check it out. Hopefully one day we'll be able to come to you guys live from those shows, those races. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
All right. Well, when she gets back here, we'll say goodbye to everybody. I think it's been a great show. Did you have fun, Mark?
Yeah, definitely had a blast.
Goes by pretty quick, right?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Was it hard?
No, not hard at all.
Easy, right?
BSing, yeah.
Yeah, you just come on and talk, guys. It's not that hard. Come on the show. Please, if you guys are watching the show, you're still watching the show, hit us up. Come on the show, man. Just talk about whatever. Spot your business out. I think, us as a Lake and Dune community, we should all be supporting each other. We should all be helping each other out. If we need something, we should go to our friends and help them out first. Why not? Why help somebody else out? We don't know.
For sure. I mean, everybody needs a guy. Everybody needs somebody to help you, or has an inside line, or can help you through whatever problems you're going through, whether it's car repair or boats or whatever the case is. I mean, housing, all of it.
It's all there, man. If you need help with the LS1 motors, this is your man. You need help buying a house, RV parking, boat parking, that's me. You need a boat, come to this guy. You need to talk to Mikey back there in the back of the shop.
Oh, don't forget the body.
Look at, she's stuck back there talking to Mikey. Don't forget what?
Oh, don't forget the body armor.
Ooh, the body armor. Yeah, tell us about that again.
All right, so if anybody's interested, Safe Light Defense is it's a local body armor manufacturer here in Las Vegas, Nevada. 5-year-old business that's absolutely taken over the market. If you haven't got a chance, look on there. Check out all the products on there. If you're familiar with it at all, or have any questions, want to know anything, I can put you in touch with the people to help you out. Basically, trying to do everything we can to get it out there. Going to be working on a bunch of production, trying to make fun videos. So I'm actually going to be looking for people with toys to kind of help these, fun videos where, we're going to get like blow up dolls that have armor on them and shoot them up and make a, stupid little skit, just, stupid little reels that, we have fun doing, and, see where it goes, and just do that to cross market and solicit more sales and get the, the company name out there. So Safe Life Defense, check them out.
Awesome. So as we wrap up the show here, let's hear from you. What do you think about the show, man?
That was pretty awesome.
You old lady.
Little lady. I'm a real boy. I know, right? I wish, but my
Did you enjoy coming on?
parents blessed me with this, apparently. But no, the show was awesome. It was awesome, guys.
Good.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Was it
and-
scary to come on? Nervous
No.
at first, right? You said you were
No.
nervous a little first.
No, I wasn't at all, actually.
Not at all?
No.
Oh.
I felt comfortable.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Guys, we
thankful
really
I
set it at
played.
ease. When you come down here, we're going to race some slot cars. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to get chill. We're going to talk about, kind of things to look forward to on the show. We'll spend in like 45 minutes, like just calming the nerves, chill out.
Yeah.
And then we just talk, man. It's, I know this is going out to a lot of people, but when you're here in studio, it doesn't feel like that. We're just having a conversation between the four of us.
Right. It might
That's it.
be, hundreds, thousands, a couple. You have no idea
Could be
what's on the
12
other
people.
end. But it's just like, when you're comfortable around certain people, you can totally be yourself.
Yeah.
And
just open up, man. And you don't have to, you're in control of what you let out. You're not going to divulge any information you don't want out there,
I'm gonna be like, oh man, I can't wait to see that. Did I pick my nose or pick a wedgie out or anything like that?
That's the one thing is we are live. As far as, we're not live. This isn't going out right now, but I don't edit anything out. I'm not going to go through and cut stuff out. I might cut out the first 5 minutes of the show just sitting there while we're sitting down and having a drink and talking about when we're going to start the show. But really,
I like those
the show
bloopers
just
that are
plays.
just left in
Yeah.
there,
Yeah, we got to just play it out.
Yeah.
Because this is, real. We want
It
it to
is.
be real.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Completely.
So I hope you guys had a good time.
For sure, and I really appreciate you guys having us out
Awesome.
here. And
So like he was saying, we're going to have some other side events. So we're going to do some filming and stuff like that. Other guys that come on the show have some toys that we want to go out and film some stuff before they come on the show. I would like to know you guys too, but we just didn't have much time. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys came on the show. Really, thank you.
Maybe, maybe we can do something where we film you guys trying to learn how to surf.
Yes.
Yes.
See, all or nothing.
It did come out that neither one of us have ever wake surfed. 'cause
Yeah, neither one of them. So I was like, all right, I'll just be the boat driver, you be the instructor, and I think we can make this happen.
This is awesome.
Yeah. I know, right?
We'll make sure
wear
to
like the
we'll wear the
most-
best bikinis we have, okay?
That's what I was gonna say. I will wear my best bikini for you guys.
There
all
might,
right?
there might be an available instructor. I might
He's
be busy.
rethinking this now. He's rethinking this.
You don't mind an extra
So
couple of
banana
talents
hammocks
as
it is.
audience, right? You don't mind a couple of extra talents for his audience because they can't do it either. So
Mark
like,
have to
there's
might
no
wear those
judgment.
glasses that are just black. You can't see out of them at all.
It's all little water splashes.
All right, guys. Everybody out there, have a good time. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you click the subscribe button down below, whether you're on the YouTube or on one of our podcasts. We just got accepted onto Pandora,
Yeah, baby.
so check out the podcast on Pandora, Greedy Bastard Podcast. Thanks for checking in. Later.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
There it is.
Subscribe. Like and subscribe.